right, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. I'm out here every week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked-ass society. All right? We're the Hebrew Israelites. All right? Hebrew Israelites are these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, according to the Bible. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash.
Yahweh is the Most High's name, who the world ignorantly called God. Or Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The Rakakudash is the Holy Spirit, man. It's all in the ancient Hebrew, man. All right, the language of the heavens. All right, double honors to the apostles, the elders of great millstone, and salutes to you brothers out there preaching His word, sincerity, and truth. All right, like I said, you know, we're the Hebrew Israelites come out here to prophesy the downfall of this place, man. All right, the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, is the devil according to the Bible. All right, he's the wicked according to the Bible. Right. All right, so he's ruling this his kingdom in pure wickedness, man, pure pollution. All right, and the Lord is stirring these nations up for war, man, for battle. All right, so we're just gonna go right into the scriptures, man, and you know, bring out prophecy, man. Revelation 3 and 18.
This is on Revelation chapter 3, verse 18. It says, I counsel, 3 and 18, right? Yeah. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see.
Yeah, that eye salve, man, goes into, you know, Yahweh Shai, man. He, you know, Revelation 5th chapter, man, the spiritual realm. You know, he was the only one to open up the seals, man, of this, which is the truth, you know, prophecies, man. And he gave them to his servants, all right, the prophets, all right. Majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you have no idea what the hell is going on, man. All right, you get all your information from the so-called white man, which is the devil.
Your oppressor.
All right, his propaganda basically floods you with lies, and you have, and you go out thinking like, you know, how he wants you to think, man. You know, you got Jake on social media to pray for Ukraine and all this shit. You know,
woke.
Hey man, you Israelites are done, man. Or pray for Ukraine, man. Talking about pray for peace and shit. Who are you praying to?
Right.
Yeah. You know, it's your build the God that you make up in your mind, man. That Esau Edom gave you, man. Can you get Exodus 15 to 3? We're gonna squash that shit right now, man.
If I can say something right quick, bro. Talking about pray for peace. Peace from who? Your enemies? You want your enemies to have peace? You don't think this man is your enemy? When everything he does destroys you, how do you know? What's the clear evidence that you should know? Look where you live at compared to where he really live at. I don't mean the one or two that live in your neighborhood. I'm talking about the majority of them. Y'all don't live in the same spot. Y'all don't work on the same level either. You work for him. And he's oppressing you, but you want him to have peace. Let that white on white war crime happen, man. Let them go and destroy themselves, because in the key to them destroying each other, we get free. But our Lord gonna do it, but just saying. Y'all got it.
This is Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. It says, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is his name.
That's right. The Lord is a man of war, man. So the Most High Yahweh created war on earth, man. All right? He created war, man. And these last times, he's gonna create he's gonna create war for all these nations for the sake of Israel, man. Right. But the majority of our people, they don't understand that, man. They have no clue what's going on because they ain't got the eye salve, man. They haven't been woken up from for the love. What's that? Haven't been woken to the love of the truth. All right. So essentially, the Most High hates you, man, if he hasn't woken you up to the love of the truth. All right, which is, you know, it encompasses prophecy and your heritage. You know, following laws to the best of your ability. You know, the knowledge, man, truth and understanding, man. Okay.
This is Joel chapter 3 verse 2. It says, I will gather all nations and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
That's right. So that's why these wars are going on, man. Especially the coming up of World War III. All right. This is not World War III yet, you know. It's just the Lord is building up this World War III. So the Lord has to, have Russia to reclaim his old lands, so they can build back, as that ancient Soviet Union power, man, that they once was, man. And that's really, really World War III is really going to start in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East. And Iran, the state of Israel, is going to be a big part of that, man. Right. It's going to be that, what the brothers say, the catalyst, So, hey, that's the World War III scenario, man. All right. So the Lord is building that World War III scenario up, man. All right.
Yeah, if I may add, these people are, because they're ignorant of prophecy. That's why they would say, pray for Ukraine. They would have, sympathy for these people, now realizing that the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is the one who's orchestrating the battle, so to speak. And a lot of it has to do with these nations fight for, their position of power on the world stage. A lot of them are, they're positioning themselves to seek their own primacy, control of natural resources, and so on and so forth. But they don't realize that the Heavenly Father is putting them in a snare, because it's only going to lead to them ultimately being destroyed, and the children of Israel being exalted.
Right.
All right. Now, real quick, because the brother was mentioning how, you got people praying for peace, which is really hypocritical, because as long as America is going around bombing the whole world, the world ain't under that system. But now when you see what's happening over there, which a lot of it is sensational, now the world got to hold hands and say their prayers and sympathize with these people. Hashtags and shit all over social media. This is what the scriptures say. Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, the Most High speaking. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. As long as the wicked is in power, there will not be peace. Going back to what the brother was saying.
Right. And hey, our Lord Yahweh Shai, man, he's coming back to bring violence, man. All right, he's not coming back to what they said, they once said in the Christian church, he's coming back to bring peace. No, he's coming back to bring the sword, man. Matthew 10:34. So this whole world is going to go up in flames, man. All right,
Now, real quick. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse
when I say the whole world, meaning Esau's rulership, not the whole planet Earth.
verse 14. This is talking about the false prophets or the people that want peace to come on the earth, but it'll explain itself. It says, they have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly.
The daughter of the Lord's people, Israelites.
Right, you got it. It says, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Peace, peace, when there is no peace, man.
Where is the peace? There hasn't been peace. We read the list last night. There hasn't been peace on earth since this man came to power.
And when Esau says he wants to bring peace and stability to a region, he brings it to war.
Yeah. He brings this peace to war.
And we've been reading, we read all that list where the U.S., goes into these different countries and, bring some kind of, hell to those countries. But what about right here in America, man? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans forgot that the so-called white man here in America is still oppressing you, man.
Still your slave master.
He's still bringing hell upon you, man. 24 hours a day, man. He's bringing hell upon you, man. All right? You niggas forgot about that, man. Okay? Yeah, can you bring out Revelation 19 and 10 and just read down?
There's Revelation 19 and 10.
We're about to get into our Lord Yahweh Shai. He's gonna take this whole kingdom down, man. All right, this white man's rulership. He's gonna take it down, man, and these other nations, man. These gooks talking about they got necks and shit. The Chinese, Moabites, they ain't got no necks, man. All right, go ahead.
It's Revelation 19 and 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not.
Yeah, that's basically Apostle John on the Isle of Patmos. He's talking to the angel. All right, go ahead.
It says, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua, worship the Most High Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
The spirit of prophecy, man. That I saw, man. Prophecy, the word prophecy, pro means before, beside means to say, man. All right, so the Lord has to give you that Rakak Wadash, that Holy Spirit, you know, which opens your mind up to receive the prophecies of the Bible, man. All right. The Bible is the most selling book in the whole world, man. Billions of copies sold, man, but only a small remnant can understand it.
God.
Yep. You gotta go ahead, keep on reading.
Hey, so like, if I solve, what is solve? It's ointment.
Yep.
So basically, the Lord is he's putting that anointing, that ointment on your mind's eye,
There you go. Well put.
which is ultimately the Holy Spirit, the unction.
Hey, which wakes you up out of deep sleep, deep spiritual sleep, and allows you to see reality that this shit is all about to crumble and fall right before your eyes. But our people still out here popping, you know, mollies and perks and whatever the hell else.
While watching CNN.
Yeah, doing all of this shit, you know, still trying to have a good time, watching war happen or be initiated before your eyes, watching the propaganda machine go to work on the minds of the people, okay? And you up here just thinking like everything's all sweet, you know? But hey, every time any war has broken out with our enemies that we were captive to, we caught the brunt end of that stick, man. We got held too. And that goes back to ancient, I'm not gonna go there, but it go back to ancient Egypt. Every time there was any skirmishes that went on, the children of Israel got punished in the process, man. Y'all got it.
Yeah, Jake getting concerned now, man. Now that's World War III now. Draft. Yeah, draft
Yeah,
gonna
it's
come.
coming. Yeah.
And all you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans gonna be shipped over there, man.
Z babies, man. The Gen Zs is going.
Yep.
You hoes that's in the boxing gym,
Yeah.
you hoes that's, you know,
Crunch
MMA
fitness.
and
Yeah.
bodybuilding, you know, weightlifting.
Trans.
All you hoes, you modern feminists, you know, third, fourth wave feminists.
Yep.
You a part of that too.
Okay.
You gonna be a part of that, man.
You just basically gonna be spoiled, man.
Yeah, that's all you going over there for.
The mic up.
Ship some extra box over there.
Yep, that's all it is. You got it. Go ahead.
Continuing in verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
The white horse represents the so-called UFOs, man. All right? The white horse, pure power, man. All right? So that's what Yahushua and the angels are coming back in, man. All right? Big so-called UFOs, man. Big gigantic ships. All right? You got it? Go ahead.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
In righteousness, he does judge and make war, man. You can make war in righteousness, man.
Yeah.
All right? Well, for you simple people out there, man. All right?
Hey, they say it's like they say two wrongs don't make it right. Hey, no, it do. Make it
Yes,
even.
it do.
Make it even.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And that represents Yahushua, our Lord and Savior, man. Our Lord and Savior gonna come back and save the elect and put the wicked, you know, out of rulership, man. All right, go ahead.
Can you read that one more time, Mark?
It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And upon his head were many crowns. So basically, what that means is, when the Lord comes back, he's automatically gonna get the victory. All these nations are gonna get their asses handed to them. Their militaries are gonna lose miserably. All right, and basically, the Lord's gonna claim. He's basically gonna claim the world as his throne.
Yeah.
All right, basically, he's gonna have dominion over the dominion of the earth is gonna be translated to the dominion of Yahushua.
Okay.
So all the kings are gonna look to Yahushua once they're defeated. That hey, basically he's king.
They're gonna surrender.
They're gonna surrender, man. They're gonna fight,
Yeah.
but when they lose, they gotta throw throw up the white flag.
That's it.
You know,
Nothing else.
this is the new king. You know, we defeated, we suffered a loss. This is the son of the Most High God. You know,
We can grab the scriptures and get in the process of that, man. 2nd Ezra 13. If you want to read it.
Says-
can I get a quick one real quick for you? This is Psalms 110. Let me get to it. Psalms 110. And verse 1, it says, "The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool." It says, "The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies." And that's talking about all the nations. It says,
The rod of strength is Yahweh Shai.
"Con,
Yep.
thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth." And like it says in Isaiah, he said he would not meet you as a man. That's because he's going to show up with that divine power. And that's how he's going to rule you. He's going to destroy you, break you in pieces, but then he's going to rule you after that. You know? Like it says in Psalms, the 2nd chapter. You know, ask of me and I will give you the heathen for thine inheritance, man. And thou shalt rule it with a rod of iron. You're going to break them to pieces like a potter's vessel, right? It says, "The Lord hath sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen, and he shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound their heads over many countries."
That's going to be a special operation, as these kings like to call them, these Putin and these they come up with these terms. We have a special operation being carried in Ukraine. Well, this is a special operation that's going to be carried on the whole earth.
Yeah, just like he saw, you know, when he goes into a country, he sends his Air Force in, you know, dropping missiles and bombs and shit, you know, to weaken the infrastructure. You know, then he sends his ground troops in. And who's the ground troops, man? The prophets, man. All right, so the Lord, he's gonna be coming in the chariots, shooting laser beams, you know, shooting laser beams out on the people, on the armies of this world. All right. Then he's gonna send his ground troops in, man.
Yeah, this is going to be an aerial attack. This is coming from the heavens.
Yep.
Yep.
And it ain't a sneak attack, because this man been knowing that Yahweh Shai was going to come back for forever. At least since Ronald Reagan said it in the 80s, if nothing else. That was 40 years ago? You can't, you can't be 40-year heads up that this was coming. You knew that this was coming. It's been prophesied that it was coming. And they know.
Hey, Alexander the Greek, he said on one of his campaigns, him and his army were followed by chariots.
Yep.
Yeah, so
They've been knowing.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus, you know, St. Elmo's fire, you know, that's the chariots, man. You know,
I got something. This is Daniel chapter 7. I'm gonna start up at let me see. I'll start with verse 13. It says, "I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven."
yep. Cloud. Can you give me Psalms 104 and I think it's maybe 3.
This Psalms 104 and verse 3, it says, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot?"
All right, so the clouds are the chariots. You got it.
The clouds are the vehicles, right? Back in the book of Daniel, I'm gonna read that again. It said, "One like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him."
Who the Ancient of Days? Yahweh. Right, Most High, man. Spirit's bugging out.
Yeah, God, bro.
You got it.
Yep, it says, 14, it says, "And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people nations, and languages should serve him.
Give dominion. Hey, shit. Revelation 5, one of my favorite chapters,
Yeah,
man.
I got it.
Hey. Yahweh Shah is the only one, only power in earth, in heaven, earth, and under the earth.
Verse 3, right?
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, I was holding that in chapter 6. Revelation chapter 5. I'll go straight to the point. Verse 3, it says, "And no man in heaven nor earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon."
Ooh, to look on, even look on the book, man.
Verse 4, "And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof."
Yep. 7 seals go into this truth, man. The prophecies, you know. Hey, his reign, his dominion, you know, goes into all of that, man. You got more on that?
That could be good. Backing
It's
up.
like if I may add, we know the scriptures say he comes in the volume of the book. It was written of him to do the will of the Most High. So it was almost like the Lord, you know, it was already written, it was already produced, but it had to be fulfilled, it had to be enacted. He basically locked himself, but then he unlocked it for his men, for his servants. You know, I'm gonna unlock the will unto the men that the Lord chose for the foundation of the world. They're the ones worthy to receive it. But I'm the one only worthy enough to unlock it, to open it. See? That's why, hey, this is real intimacy with Yahweh Shah.
Right.
To know these secrets, this is straight up intimacy. This is real communion.
I was gonna say when the Christian church says have a personal relationship, this is the personal relationship by him sharing his secrets with his servants, the prophets. But he also said, "I call you not servants, but friends."
Exactly.
Because a friend, a servant knoweth not what his master doeth.
Exactly.
Hey, we're the wife.
Yep.
You know? The elect men are the wife of Yahweh Shah.
I'm gonna go back into Revelation because from what the brother said. I'll pick up at verse 11. This is Revelation 5:11. "And I beheld and heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain."
Slain on the cross when he was here 2,000 years ago. He died for Israel, or crucified. He had to give his body up as a living sacrifice.
It says to receive power, and riches and wisdom
and wisdom, strength,
and honor and glory and blessing, and every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in all the sea, such as that are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, blessing, honor, glory, and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. So that shows you that he's gonna sit on that forever and ever when he comes with that with that white horse or with that chariot, and take all them crowns from the other nations.
Right, that's right.
Let me go back and
it's gonna be never ending.
That's right.
All these other nations, they had their dominion, and then they had a time where it was, their dominion was taken.
And this is the time when this one's being taken.
Now this one is getting ready to be taken. That's why Esau he's doing all that he can. He's doing all within his power to try to prolong that dominion. Because his inward part is that he shall dwell forever.
Right.
So
that their houses shall continue.
That their houses shall continue forever, man. But that's not what is written. Right?
Back in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 14, it says, "And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom," showing you that these are the two same topics. It's still talking about Yahweh Shai and the kingdom of heaven in this time now.
Yeah, but word a little different.
Right.
the prophets always had the same prophecies.
Yep.
They just, wrote them down a little different.
In
In
the
their own
context,
words.
it was hundreds of years before
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai, well, before John got the revelation from the angel. It says, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Continue to read on.
Hey, that's the righteous New World Order right there, man. Esau trying to establish a New World Order, but that's going to come to naught, man. Because it's going to be a foundation. It's going to be a foundation and build up in wickedness, man. The Lord ain't dealing with that.
Verse 17, I'll jump to 17. Matter of fact, I keep reading. No, I go to 17. It said, these great beasts, because it's talking about the four beasts. So these great beasts.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
What y'all out here doing?
Just
Preaching the
word,
word.
prophesying.
As we do every week. That's all. Is there a problem or everything okay? Okay.
I'm just riding, man.
Okay, no, cool. We just teaching, so
All right, well, y'all need something, let us know.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, we'll be all right to get out of the area once the
What's up?
We'll be all right to get out of the area once the race starts, the marathon.
Yeah, if you're walking,
Okay.
cars aren't
Come
gonna
through here.
but
All right, well, we
Yeah,
park
you'll
down
be
this
fine.
way, so appreciate it. Thank you. It says, verse 17, these great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom
Yeah,
forever.
four beasts goes into this time, man.
Yep, that's important.
Goes into this time, man. This is the modern day Roman Empire, man.
Right.
All right.
It says, and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
So this fourth beast is going down, man. This fourth beast is already, at the end of his rulership.
It's about to go into the fourth beast. Oh, if you want me to read it. Okay, verse 19 it says, then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which
Hey, it's dreadful, man. The United States, empire, NATO and the EU, United States in particular, got that missile, that bomb technology, man. That's what makes this place so dreadful, man. They dropped the Hiroshima and Nagasaki on Japan.
Yep.
That was a dreadful sight, man. The nuclear capabilities.
how they can kill thousands and tens of thousands in one move, in one stroke.
Yep.
That was, nobody's seen anything but the Heavenly Father that can have that type of power.
Yep.
Just knock out tens of thousands in one event.
Trying to say, made him rain fire from heaven.
Yep.
Go around the world bullying the people, other nations.
hey, those were civilians they bombed in Japan at that time.
That's right.
'Cause they're crying out right now about Ukraine, talking about that innocent people are catching it.
Right.
What about the Japanese?
Yeah, you hypocrites.
They came over here first.
Shit, Babylon still bombing, innocents, man.
Kind.
It says, I'll read that part again. Which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and the teeth is the most dangerous part. And that iron goes into the bombs, as you're saying, right?
Well, actually, because when you go into the ancient Roman Empire, which is talking about that, but we know that we have the revival of it.
Right.
But in the ancient Rome, they were known for having the metal iron. It was very useful in their military.
Yeah, it was
because it helped them with their armor, their weapons.
Spearheads and swords.
kind.
Their shields.
Before it was armor, I believe it was ore, O-R-E.
Fine. So it was harder to penetrate in war. So
That's when they start coming with all that full, what is that, chain metal, and what's the other stuff? With the full body armor when they had the time of the nights.
yeah.
I can't think of what it's called, but y'all know with the big,
Kind.
heavy ass body
It's
armor.
like mesh.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's basically what that's going into. Plus, they rule with an iron fist.
Yeah, how you gonna kill a man that's covered with iron? How you gonna penetrate?
Yeah, just like today, America, we saw the Edomites, particular America, they have the most advanced tanks, weaponry, you know, these vehicles, these airplanes. Well, back then, Rome had the most advanced fucking war
military.
equipment.
Yeah.
War tactics.
You know?
Yep. True. Yeah, lucky we. It says it's like it says and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And then and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up. And of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things. I'll read that part again. It says, which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. So that's leading us right up to the kingdom of heaven. So this is even talking about the beast that's living now, which was a revival of the ancient Roman, which is the first part of the beast that was wounded with the deadly heel. Whose deadly wound was healed. Come.
And now they on their last leg.
Yeah. Now they're on the last leg.
Yeah, like
Got no leg to stand on there. Inside joke, right? It says, verse 23. Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And that's what they did in the ancient Roman, and that's what they're beginning to do now. Well, that's what they've been doing now. You know, and this is the end of them doing that.
They formulated the NATO alliance, and from that moment on, and we was going into it last night, all those fucking countries during the whole era of the Cold War, right after World War II, the beast was just trampling on nations. You know?
Didn't they call it the Treaty of Rome before?
Yeah, the EU. Exactly. It started as the Treaty of Rome.
Treaty of Rome.
And then they called it the European Economic Community, and then it segued into the European Union.
As they continue to add more countries. Right?
And it started with those Western European countries. It started with actually 10 of them, and then they started to expand, you know, with time.
There it goes into the 10 horns.
The 10 horns, which is also the 10 toes in Daniel. So that's how you know this is that same empire. Being formulated, but now it's going to go into perdition.
Right.
You know, the Lord's raising up the bear right now to go against him.
Verse 24, and the 10 horns out of you just broke this down for me. And the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time.
We're talking about Israel. We're given to his time, for a set period of time, where he's going to rule over us. He's going to catch hell. He's going to, change everything, change the ordinances, change the laws, throw everything off course, deceive the whole world, the planet. And he did just that. He did just that, man. You know? But now his kingdom is found wanting. All right, the Lord's getting ready to require of him. You know?
God.
Yeah, verse,
They doing the EU, they're gonna basically turn on America, man. And we're gonna grab that Revelation 17. You got more?
Yeah, got 2 more verses. 26 it says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion and consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Israel, man.
The so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And of course the other Israelites that may be mingled amongst the heathen, even look like the heathen, right? It says, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
It's that Isaiah 45, world without end.
Yep.
It's gonna be an everlasting kingdom. Hey, you don't have so much power. These other nations, they won't have it in their mind to come up and fight us.
God.
You know.
And after a while, once they learn the law, statutes, and commandments, they're going to appreciate us. They're going to like the rulership under us.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to see a righteous way how to live, how to eat, and how it's beneficial. So eventually, you know, they're going to get their head whooped, but eventually they're going to understand, like, okay, this is why we're not supposed to eat pork. This is why we're not supposed to, you know,
Worship other gods.
worship other gods. You know?
Yeah. They're gonna be blessed for a certain extent.
Yeah. They're going to get their lots back of their lands.
Yeah.
But they're going to give us tribute, their best of their best.
Yep.
You know?
For us letting them live on our planet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the time of when King David was in power.
Right.
You know, basically what he did was he set up garrisons in all their lands.
Yeah.
What's your modern day embassy,
Yeah.
right?
God.
We pretty much occupied their land, even though it was their land.
Yeah.
But you know, they had to pay tribute to the king.
Yeah.
You know, Yahushua, King David, the 12, they all are going to be kings over these nations. The rest of the 144,000. So hey, you know, that's why we ain't got to worry about, you know, any nation trying to, you know, stage some type of coup or attack,
Uprising.
uprising. That's not going to happen.
Nah.
You know, if the nation is going to be, they're going to be serving us. So if anybody got a line, they're going to jump to it before we even get to it. You know?
And then the Israelites, the chosen men, they're gonna be gods on earth. New bodies, man. They're not there. There's not gonna be a challenge. They're not gonna be able to challenge. You know, that's gonna be out of the window, man.
Also, we're gonna have the angels in the spiritual realm. They gonna be, you know, eyes on the nations as well. You know, gonna know their thoughts.
I got to read someone's still reading.
I was done.
Revelation.
17. Bring out your free room.
This is Isaiah 2:2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills.
So the government, you know, which is the mountains, the government of Israel is basically going to be above all other governments. It's going to be one government, you know, but the other nation is going to be that, you know, it's going to be under Yahweh Shem Shah.
And all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Yeah, these nations, we gonna have to basically bang them over the head with a rod of iron, then teach them, you know, because they're gonna be stubborn and proud, you know. So we got to put them in check. We got to put them in order. You know, we have to do that, you know, via violence.
That's what they did to us.
Yeah.
In order for our heritage to be completely stripped away, they had to beat it out of us first. You know, we didn't just start speaking perfect English when we got over here.
Yeah, we didn't come over to say, hey, I want to learn. I want to go to your schools.
Right.
teach us. No, you killed us and put us in fear and forced us to learn it. Hey, Roots. People forget about the movie Roots. The classic scene
change
everybody
your
know.
name, whip
Your
you.
name Toby, boy.
Kunta.
Nah, it's Kunta Kinte. Like, nah.
That nigga,
Toby.
they beat it out of him. Literally.
Yeah.
That nigga
In
was
the
saying,
movie.
Kunta, and they whooped his ass again.
Yeah. Heavy
He
scene.
then whooped him so bad, the nigga said he had Toby.
Yeah. Well,
I finished this.
That's and he did that to all the tribes.
Yeah, all of them.
He whipped us, and now we speak English. He whipped the northern tribes,
Speak Spanish.
and now you speak Spanish or Portuguese.
What's that?
Dutch.
Dutch? Yeah.
Yeah. Now you got Spanish names, Dutch names,
French.
French names.
Yeah.
But this slavery, these nations, the slavery we're gonna put on them is gonna be on a way higher level. You know what the Esau did to us, man. Because you're not gonna be able to do anything to us, man. We're gonna be gods, like the brother said, man.
he was about to say, yeah.
And the word of the Lord, it's like, I'll read the second part again. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
No more fighting with your instruments. You're gonna be working with them instruments. You know?
Obviously, that's not fulfilled yet.
Right.
So who are them people over there in
Right.
in
Land of Israel.
in the land of Israel saying that they're Jews, man?
You're supposed to be over there.
Saying the chosen people. You know?
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Yep. No wars, man.
We in the brink of it. We at war right now. Not you know, the nation is. Russia and Ukraine.
Oh, look at Isaiah 2. Can you get Isaiah 2 real quick? Oh, you said Isaiah 2?
Read like that too.
Did you read, what's going about the baby in the ass?
Well, that's further.
About the lion should lie down.
Oh yeah, I think if you keep reading.
I think that's in Isaiah 11. I think
11?
Yeah, 6.
it shall lay with
The great and shall eat
Feast
grass.
the animals and all of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Isaiah
what-
11. I
yeah.
believe.
And 16 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, so the nation's not gonna learn war anymore, man. And also the animals, you know. The predatory and the predator and the prey, they all gonna live in harmony, man. You know?
When we start at the top,
Got it?
or go straight to the point.
You go straight to the point.
And righteousness shall be the girdle. Oh, Slakia. Isaiah 11:5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid. And the calf and the young lion.
Kid is not a little kid. It's talking about
Baby goat.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the young lion with the battling together, and a little child shall lead them. And the crow,
Hey,
and the cow.
that's an all harmony right there,
Yeah,
man.
kind.
And they ain't preying on your little babies, your little toddlers running around. He gonna be playing with them, telling them what to do. Our children.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these predators, lions and wolves, they believe they're gonna eat herbs.
Yeah, kind.
Like gorillas eat, herbs. They stay big and strong, man. How the Lord gonna change it up like that?
And the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
There you go.
The suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp.
The little Israelite baby, man.
Snake hens and gardens. Dig their hand in there blindly.
Yep.
And they gonna be blind. They gonna know what's in,
Yep.
they gonna reach in and just pull out. But look what I got.
And those are poisonous snakes too.
Yeah, the asp.
Yeah,
I think have poison.
it's
The earth
viper.
gonna go back into the Garden of Eden, man. Where the animals had fear of Adam. And also they had fear of Noah too.
Right.
You know? So that's gonna go back to where it was.
And the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice. Then
Yeah, that's
Snake.
that poisonous snake too.
Poison snake. Yep.
they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, and the waters cover the sea.
Hey, that's what we're fighting for, man. We're fighting for peace and harmony on the planet Earth, man. That's when real peace and harmony is gonna be established, man. Under Yahweh's dominion, man. All right. But now is the time for war, man.
Gone.
You know? Now it's wartime.
Real quick, I got something. Isaiah 60 and verse 18, it says, violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders.
Yep.
But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise.
Hey, the whole world's gonna be in peace. No violence. You know? You know, it's gonna be, you know, little skirmishes, you know, with the nations. Like, you know, murder. It's still gonna be, you know, killing, murders and stuff on a small scale, but not no big ass wars and shit, you know. But you know, we gotta beat the law into these nations. They still gonna be sinning. They still gonna be going off.
Gone.
But it's gonna be at a small, you know, small level, man.
Especially us, the nation of Israel, you know?
Ain't gonna be no violence among us.
Us.
It's not among us.
You know?
man.
We hadn't had peace since Solomon,
Yeah.
you know? We've been trampled, we've been thrown around,
Yeah.
tossed to and fro,
Toss to and fro worldwide.
you know?
Yeah.
So we're finally gonna be at rest, you know?
All the curses gonna be lifted off of us.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna receive the blessings. All right. Revelation.
I had something else.
Revelation chapter 10.
Zechariah 8 and verse 4, it says, I'll start at 3. It says, thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age, and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof.
Hey, you can't do that now, man.
Yeah, gone.
Shit. You can't let your child out your sight, man. But in the kingdom, your child can be gone for days and you won't worry, man. You know?
I'll jump down to verse 13. It says, and it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong.
God, everywhere we are right now, we're cursed. Throughout the whole earth, man. If you're an Israelite, I don't care if you have money, you still cursed. You're under the curses.
Anywhere you at in the earth. Hey, like in Ukraine right now, you got some. They say that they're African, but I think there might be some jinx up there in Ukraine. But they're telling them you can't leave. You got to stay your ass here. While all that shit is going on.
Yeah. Stay. That was the decree from the president.
That was yeah.
Every male 18 to 60 years old must stay and fight.
They're like, we ain't got no, we were just dwelling here, but we got, y'all ain't gonna let us out? No, y'all gotta stay. If they Jake, then yeah, they it makes sense.
Is Revelation 17 and verse 12. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings.
Yeah, that goes in the European Union, Go ahead.
It says, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind and shall give the power and strength unto the beast.
Yep. Hey, America, NATO, EU, they all got one mind, man. All right. You know, Russia, went into Ukraine. What happened? NATO and European Union countries, America, they all, trying to, put sanctions on Russia. They all got one mind, man. They all think alike. In America, it's that harlot that sat upon the beast, man. Basically controlling it. NATO and the EU always look to America, man.
It says, these have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Hey, when Yahushua comes back, all these nations, they're gonna be in the Middle East, all right? And they're gonna stop fighting amongst each other. All right, they get that little Independence Day speech. We got what's that fool's name? Reagan. What was his speech? Said outside force.
Yeah.
Comes in. We're gonna drop all our differences we have with each other, and fight. Fight.
Common enemy.
Yeah, fight the common enemy, which is the so-called aliens. We're gonna grab that in a second.
Second and third, yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Hey, that's gonna be basically in the arena of World War III, man.
That's the war in heaven that you're about to read about.
And that's also like when you go into Psalms, the 2nd chapter, Esau wants to prolong his dominion and prevent Yahushua from coming and get his dominion. Like when you read Psalms, the 2nd chapter, it's really like a prophecy. Why do the heathen rage? Why do they imagine a vain thing? And then it says that basically, we will not be held up under the cords of their rule. Somebody go there real quick. Psalms, the 2nd chapter, and then whatever you want to get. Because you gotta establish that, man. These nations, they're basically conspiring to not only keep us from being a nation, but also they got their eyes looking, because they know, according to prophecy, that Yahushua is getting ready to come back. And he's going to put a stop to all this shit, man.
You think about it, decades ago, America would have been over there getting with their hands in it with foot troops, defending them. But they know through prophecy, through the chariot sightings, everything going on, like, this is that time. Yep. This is that time that one little slip up, that's it. Yeah.
Esau been preparing, his fight with Yahushua.
Yeah.
That's why they got the space forces and stuff. Yeah. All this stuff about the heavens, outer space. That's because these devils are concerned, man.
And for decades, they've been trying to recreate that chariot technology.
Yeah.
Right.
So they'll have a worthy fight with.
Exactly.
The chariots that they've been reporting to crash, and they find it in the water and all that shit. That's their shit. That ain't the angels.
Roswell.
Yeah.
Area 51, all that.
This devil, he's just trying to mimic the power of the Most High.
The Most High going to force this devil's hand. Yep. When the Most High is ready for to send his son Yahushua down to redeem the elect and take out this devil, that's when they're going to do it. They ain't going to wait. We ain't gonna, let's wait till Esau get his space force set up and established and get all his nukes in line. No, the Most High, you on borrowed time right now, Esau.
Yeah.
That you don't understand. So when the shit happens, it's happening. It ain't gonna happen on your time. I got that for you.
I'm just gonna say something.
Psalms 2, right? Yeah. Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Why are you wasting your time with your futile plans?
Yep.
All these agendas and objectives and shit. Why are you wasting your time? Because the Lord, at the end of the day, like it says in Psalms 33, he bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
God, yep. Make it a non-effect.
He makes it of none effect.
Yeah.
But the counsel of the Lord is what stands. Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
In other words, we're not gonna allow hell to the no. We this them Israelites out there that's prophesying a black a dark-skinned Messiah that's coming with angels, and they happen to have those same beings in those ships, you know, that the world don't know about, that we've been privy to.
Yeah.
That they're making their return and they're coming to destroy us. We can't let that happen. We got to secure ourselves in any way possible. You know?
You got the least the Edomites, you got the well, all of them are stupid, but you got the ones that's gonna try to hide, that's already gonna try to hide in their bunkers and then you got the ones that's gonna fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, what did Herod do when he heard the news?
He tried to kill the boy.
You know, he tried to stop it.
Yeah.
You know,
And they was fearful, man.
He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision.
Yeah. And the Lord is pretty much, he's up there, you know, he's entertained by what you devils are doing.
Laughing.
You putting all these systems in place. You building this infrastructure. You know, you're gonna govern the whole world through a technocracy. You know, you got your 5G everywhere. You got your satellite, your cameras. You know, you got all this set in place, thinking that you're gonna continuously rule forever and ever, and just to continue to oppress and bring your tyrannical reign on the planet. The Lord sitting up there laughing like, if only you knew.
Yeah.
Dummy.
You idiot, you dummy. You building it up basically for nothing. What you think the Lord did to the Tower of Babel? They spent years building that tower up to the heavens,
You
man.
gotta get up.
You know?
It's like somebody letting somebody build a sandcastle. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Just let you build it all big.
Like the Most High letting him build a sandcastle, knowing he's holding the wave,
Yeah.
the tide, to come in and wash that shit away.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the Lord is doing, man. It's even said in Obadiah, though he shall build, I will throw down. So he's giving you time to, hey, go ahead and build, man. Build back better.
Yeah.
You know, this is your, you know, you call it the Great Reset. That's the PC way of saying New World Order. You know, you got your social credit scoring. You know, where you just gonna rule over the people in that way. Everybody gotta live after the manner of the beast and worship your image and receive your implant. Go on and do it. But then, like it says in Job 20, though when he began to fill his belly, that's when he's gonna he gonna bring that wrath upon you, man. So that's why the Lord, he's in the heavens laughing at you, man. He's angry, but he's also laughing too. You know?
They don't realize
He's laughing at the pride, the audacity. You know?
The Lord got a sense of humor too.
Yeah. Seeing you devils sperm and just
It's like-
you moving sloppy because you moving so quick because you know that your time is clicking. Like your time is short.
worried in the multitude.
You worried in a multitude of your counsels, man. You know, a lot of your wine that you transgress by is starting to wear off. Certain nations are starting to sober up. More and more people waking up to
Played
you.
out. Played out.
Time shall fall upon yourself.
Yeah.
The Lord is defiling the brightness of your wisdom. You know. What's that? It's also in Obadiah as well as in Jeremiah. Your prudent man, the wise men among Edom is perishing. You know. That's why you got, you know, they was linking up with those priests and those different people to try to give them an understanding on
24 elders.
the angels in the heavens and the chariots and all that other stuff, man. You want to launch this big telescope into the heavens, because you're trying to keep a close eye because you know that the Lord is going to descend upon you.
That's the Hubble, right? I believe it's called the Hubble.
No,
I don't know.
yeah, I'm not sure of it. We went into it like maybe a month or two ago.
I got something. Isaiah 47, I'll start at 12 from what you were saying. Verse 12 says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. That's fucked up, man.
And you did all this
You think
just
you
from
gonna
your
win?
just from your inception.
Yeah,
You know, your beginnings, man. When you first came into power,
yeah.
you
can
did
set
all
this
this
up.
time doing all this plotting and planning,
Yeah. Building towards it.
building all towards it, man.
Yeah.
You had the whole world at one point, you know, going with it. You fund it and put money towards, different countries where you put your major corporations at. Puppet leaders, you did it all, man.
Profiting off, the sufferings of others,
Yep.
the death of others.
Hey, even when we go into the book of I think it's Revelation 18, and it says everything that the merchandise of what Babylon sold, and at the end of it says souls of men. You know?
Yep. Yeah, it was in that list. Yep.
Right.
Yep. There's one more on this. Verse 13 says, thou art
Hey,
really...
and it's like in that last precept is the Most High taunting them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
a
why,
taunt.
yeah, that's why I read it from what you were saying on it. I'll read that verse again.
Yep.
Verse 12 says, stand now.
He that sitting in heaven shall laugh, right?
Let me read 11.
Yep.
Let me read 11 and I'll read back through it. It says, this is Isaiah 47 verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, because you oblivious to that the Most High got you in a trick bag. It says, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yeah, you're not going to be prepared for what the Lord is getting ready to bring towards you, because you dwelt secure for so long.
Yeah.
You was very secure about your power and how you positioned yourself in the earth. You was very, very secure, man. And everybody believed you.
Kind.
Yep.
Everybody was under that impression, like, hey, nobody can stop this man.
Who could make war with him?
Who can make war with him?
He making fire come down from heaven.
Yeah.
He had, but not only that, had all that his armies were so vast
Yeah.
and his power so absolute back in the Greece and the Roman time. Who could stop this man?
Yeah. Then you got all this wealth and luxury,
You look carefree.
Right.
Yeah.
Your educational systems, you tout yourself up as, being the God over everything. Civilization started with Alexander the Greek. Right. He might be shit.
It says, verse 12 again, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Yeah. That's a taunt.
Clear talk.
Maybe
It was damn near
it'll-
taunting like he taunted Satan when he was gonna try Job.
I mean, well, he was basically making a bet with Satan.
You think you can get him? Go for it. Just can't kill him. But it's the same thing. If you think he knew he couldn't get him,
Right. You
know
think
he
you
couldn't
can
get
win?
Job. Go on and try. Yeah, and yet there's fight which brothers gonna get you, right?
And real quick, let me read that same verse in the NLT translation. It says, now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years.
Yep.
Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know.
That devil.
But that's the Most High, he's taunting these devils.
Kind.
They're hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. Hey, they don't understand with their minds what they're seeing, but they know in their spirit, us being out here is not for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll keep reading.
Look at you. Look at all that shit in that car, man. Bitch, live out that motherfucker.
That's a woman?
What are you, a man or a woman?
verse 13. It says, yeah.
I go to jail for that. I wasn't sensitive to their pronouns or whatever the fuck.
Verse 13 it says, how dare you?
Yeah.
There's 55 James.
Yeah, God.
Verse 13 it says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Your witches, your scientists.
Let the gods, what did he say in Jeremiah 2? Let the gods arise and save thee
In a time of
in the time
trouble.
of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, where your scientists at? The ones that told the world trust the science.
Hey,
Fine.
but fear, what is
Explain the
yourself
science
shit.
of this right here.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know the Lord's gonna be doing strange wonders.
Yep.
They ain't gonna be able to have no explanation for it.
We're gonna go right to the scripture. Oh, there you go. We good now. We ain't bugging out.
You know how you saw, shows on TV, it's self-fulfilling prophecies and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? Well, hey, what the Lord got coming, he ain't gonna be able to understand,
He ain't
explain
gonna want
it.
to join himself to some of the things that's gonna be coming either.
Like Leviathan?
Yeah,
He
he's
ain't
gone.
gonna be able to explain that, man.
Nah, and he can't be like, oh, that's hard. No, you don't control that.
Okay.
If he's eating your pee, whoever go near it is done. that was. Right now, let me read the next verse because it's gonna say what's gonna happen. Back, we're gonna repeat it. Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. There won't be any comfort for you when this goes down. But we're comforted by these words
Right.
because this is speaking words against our enemies.
And that's probably a sign of the destruction of America.
Right.
You know? Hey, because what John the Revelator saw was just a continuance of what Isaiah saw concerning the destruction of Babylon the Great.
Right.
You know? That's why Revelation 18 actually quotes Isaiah 47.
Yep.
It refers to Babylon as being that careless
Yeah.
woman.
Yep. Gone.
You know, she dwells in pleasure. She sits as a queen. I am no widow.
Yeah.
I skipped that
No
part.
harm can
Yeah.
be done unto me.
Con.
Said that, yep.
That's also in Revelation 18. All right. Well, there's going to be nothing that they can do to turn back the hands of judgment. All right. So
I had something real quick.
Yeah.
To back up what we're going into. Obadiah 1:8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Where you go, what's Jeremiah 51 is talking about the Chaldeans.
Yep.
Those wise men. Like, Elon Musk, he think he wise.
Yep. Bill Gates.
Fauci.
Saying Fauci, yeah.
Yep.
You want me to read Jeremiah 51?
No, he just mentioned it.
That's
He
what
just mentioned
I was
it. But I think our brother's gonna go to 2nd Ezra 13.
Right.
Because we went to Psalms, the 2nd chapter, to show that these nations are really they're trying to conspire to prevent Yahweh Shai from coming to get his reign.
Same.
So they're trying to do away with the Israelites. They're trying to position themselves on the earth.
If he ain't got nobody to come back and save, he ain't got to come back. If he can't make it into this galaxy or into this universe, he can't save nobody.
They try to say that all the prophecies in the Bible have been fulfilled. These so-called Bible scholars,
Yep.
Oh, that was fulfilled. That was fulfilled then. It's stuff in the Old Testament that ain't been fulfilled.
Yep.
It's stuff in Revelations.
Stuff in the Old
Excuse me, Genesis that ain't been fulfilled.
Yeah, the Old Testament.
Yeah. Now all the things concerning Yahweh Shai coming to die for the nation of Israel and go through the sacrifice and get persecuted in those things and the miracles and him bringing the gospel of peace, that was fulfilled. All right, all those things were fulfilled. All right, 70 AD, that was fulfilled. But the things after that, it still has yet to happen.
There's only a few more left. They big.
Yeah, like the MOTB.
Con.
None of the prophets before John prophesied of it.
Yep.
That's how you know that's
That's
one of the
happened.
latest. That's like the latest prophecy.
Yep. Last.
That was one of the last things he saw and prophesied of on the Isle of Patmos,
Con.
and that was well after 70 AD.
Con. The hour of temptation.
The hour of temptation. Yeah,
There was some things that the angel was told John not to write.
yeah. Same with Ezra too.
Yep. It was heavy.
Con.
So yeah, we can go back.
Second Ezra.
13.
Did we finish Psalms 2?
I was there. I read all the way down to the Lord shall laugh at them.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
The Psalms 2 and 5. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Yep.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
That's Yahushua. Basically, you're going to come to the conclusion that he's the King of Kings. All right? So that's why all those crowns, like it said in Revelation, he's going to come wearing many crowns. Because he's going to be the King of Kings. So all the kings and leaders of this current world, they're going to be subjugated to the King of Kings.
Yep.
It talks about how your king shall be nursing fathers
Con.
in Isaiah. You know?
Bound your
Your nursing.
of iron in
Yeah.
Psalm 148.
Yep. Yep.
Yet have I set my I'll read it again. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree the Lord hath said unto me. Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathens for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Yep.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
There it is. You know? And the Lord's going not only is the Lord going to do that, but we're going to get in on that too. And that's how we're going to take the kingdom. But we're going to have divine power that's going to be working. You know? That's why, you know, because you got carnal ass Israelites that think it's about, you know, mounting up with weapons and the carnal blessing, the sword, getting your guns and all that. That's not how this is going to go, man. You're going to lose that war. What we're waiting on is the power from heaven.
That's right.
You see? And when you go to Micah, it talks about the same thing. When you go to Micah 4 and 13, because it talks about after we get delivered out of Babylon, because these nations, they had such a good ass time looking down upon us in our desecrated condition, and they was able to reign over us and you know, get up over us very high while we were brought very low according to the curse. We were, you know, they wouldn't suffer our bodies to be put in graves. They exploited our labors, you know, took advantage of us, kept us from our God. We had us serving their gods, their idols. They rejoiced over that, but now it's coming to an end. And then when the Lord finally changes us, we're gonna go and we're gonna actually take them down, like we did during the time of David. David's army consisted of all the tribes, man. They were all part of his army. They were a bunch of mighty men. The Lord's gonna make us even more mightier than when we were back then. So get that in Micah 4 and 13. Somebody get Zechariah 12.
I have Jeremiah 51.
Oh yeah, that too. Yep.
This is Micah 4 and 13. It says, well, should I start at 11 or just get to the point?
Just go straight to the point.
Micah 4 and 13, it says, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron.
I will make your horn iron. We're gonna rule them with a rod of iron, right?
Yep.
And we're gonna break them to pieces like a potter's vessel, right?
Con.
Look up that word horn real quick.
I think it's power.
Brother finna get it.
Okay.
Con,
Look
yeah.
up that word horn.
Yeah.
Show you what type of power we getting ready to
Con.
have.
Check.
We ain't gonna need no weapons of war.
Okay.
Just like Yahweh Shai is he's not gonna come back and have weapons of war in his hand.
We're gonna be.
We're gonna be those
What the
weapons
scripture
of war.
say? A sharp threshing instrument.
Horn, Hebrew word, quar one, was it quarn?
Corn.
You know, Quran.
Horn of strength, flash, horn of horn-like projections on the altar.
Whoa.
Go to the Strong's definition.
Go down.
What's that like?
The last definition.
Ray of light.
No,
Yeah.
after that.
It says rays of light, right?
Yeah. Rays of light, yeah.
What is that? What's rays of light?
That's
That's
that.
beams,
That's
man.
that energia, bro.
That's that bright burn shit,
Hey,
man.
Superman got the beams coming out his eyes.
Yeah.
Where do you think they got that from? Scripts.
Got the red eyes. Outside.
Bright burn.
Yeah, that's perfect.
How else are we gonna break them in pieces?
Yeah, without power.
We ain't got no weapons. We don't have we don't have all that iron that we did built up with ore. Right? We were
Right.
talking about earlier, trying to make armor and shields and bucklers and spears and they ain't gonna be able to harm us, man. In the new bodies, man.
They got precept.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon 3:6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering, and in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Kind.
They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever.
Yeah, it is. You see? It's gonna be a fun process too, man. To finally take the world back.
It kind.
After all these years of being, destitute.
We were reduced to as a worm.
Huh?
We were as low as a worm.
Hey, when King David was taking over the nations, he took concubines with him.
Kind.
Out of all the nations, he was,
Oh yeah.
taking
Oh,
down.
yeah,
man.
that was just-
Hey, that's gonna be fun, man.
That's gonna be a
The
nice commodity.
The spoils of war, man.
You know?
That's it. So that shows you the idea of when we come back down from the chariot.
Kind. Cause it's
Where we gonna be? The Lord's gonna have us on a mission, man.
kind. The scriptures say we gotta purge out the rebels. You know?
You know, you're gonna have to get battle plans and all.
We gonna celebrate first because
Kind.
the Lord's gonna destroy Babylon.
Crown us,
He gonna crown us and give us, dominion. He gonna share dominion with us.
Say 10 of us shall chase 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be turned up to a whole new level.
They drink that wine with Yahweh Shai.
Kind.
To a whole new level, man. Woo. It's untouchable, man.
But you see why the Lord gotta make war first.
Kind.
In order for that to happen, it's gotta be war. That's why the Lord's stirring up the spirit of war right now, where these nations are, at each other's necks. He's preparing them for it. He's getting them in that vibe. Get into the vibration of war right now, because I'm finna bring war to you.
God, that's why the world can't understand this, man.
They think it's supposed to be all peace and, it ain't about, because what is this devil have shown you? Esau is preaching peace, but has he shown you peace?
Hey, whenever it's been peace, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Ain't been
In
Whenever it's
generations, we've never known
Bro.
to have peace.
You know, so the world's not gonna understand what we're saying right now because this wisdom is too much for them. It's too much for 2/3 of our people. You know,
It's extreme.
it's
It's
too extreme
too extreme for
too
them.
I
extreme.
called it radical.
You know,
My
yeah,
coworker.
it is.
I'm sorry with my radical ideas.
Hey.
I have to kind of
They- the-
diffuse the energy.
You know, sometimes you speak to a family member, you bring these things up, and they'll look at you like, "Damn, what the hell's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
You know, they look at you like you're crazy, but
you want to separate
yeah,
themselves.
they don't understand. We want these things to happen. We want these wars to go down. You know? We don't want peace right now. We're not in the time of peace.
Hey, peace ain't got us out of nothing. All that peace, Martin Luther King was talking, ain't got us shit. But deeper into slavery.
Yeah, the Lord, you have to, in order to establish peace, you gotta bring war first. War gotta happen in order for there to be peace.
You gotta conquer your enemies.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta conquer your enemies.
I mean, the Lord is known as the Prince of Peace. So ultimately, even though he's coming back for war, he's coming back to establish peace.
That's why we just read it. In righteousness does he make war.
Yep. I believe there's a scripture in Psalms where I think it's Psalms 20 and 7. He says, "When I speak there for peace," but let me see if I can find it. Psalms 120 and
I got it.
7.
Yeah, it's 120 and 7. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
This is Psalms 120 and verse 7. It says, I am for peace.
I am for peace, right?
Yep. But when I speak, they are for war.
Woo. There it is.
Yeah, that lets you know the process to get to peace.
Hey, we're prophesying a war, and the wars are happening right now. It's just wars and rumors of wars. But we know that it's going to be a build-up to the final war. That's World War III, the War of Armageddon. That's going to be the war to end all wars, man. Okay, the Lord's going to lure you over there to the mountain of truths, which is Armageddon, Harmageddon, mountain of the troops.
That's the Lord setting up.
The Lord's setting it all up, man. He's getting you gathered. Okay? And we know right now, this is how we know it's on a small scale, because right now they're utilizing this Russian situation really as a means to usher in their great reset. Because they already know the economic turmoil that this is going to cause. And they already been one of the, that's part of the whole agenda anyway. We got to collapse this current monetary system and replace it with the new one. You know, increase the inflation. Then it's going to be hyperinflation. Increase the gas prices. Increase the food.
I was going to say increase the gas, so because before that they were pushing everyone to get electric cars. So gas is going to be so high. They'll say, well, look, get your electric car and you could plug it right in. You know, it's all about, like the brother said, it's all about that reset. Everything is in a transitional stage. Esau's in the transition. We're in a transition as a nation of Israel. You know, we're transitioning from that mindset unto the mindset of a righteous mindset of, becoming closer to the Heavenly Father and His Son and repenting. While Esau is on that mindset of transitioning into this New World Order agenda, cashless, everything's digital, everything is the Internet of Things.
One gender.
One gender, there's technocracy. So everything's in a transition right now.
One world religion.
All of this shit.
Everything that you see happening on the world stage, just understand that a lot of these are psyops. A lot of these are all psyops to distract you from what they're really trying to do.
We just got out of one. Now we're on to the next one, and they're using that their mass media, the propaganda, to push the media machine to push this whole, feel bad for, feel sorry for Ukraine, and
demonize Russia, the Kremlin.
Ukraine got a chance, and their people are killing this many Russians, and it's
all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. You think a country that is a power, what is it called, superpower country, is going to have a problem wiping out Ukraine? These motherfuckers got nukes and tanks, and they got an air force, and navy, submarines.
Bro,
go ahead.
Russia is the next military powerhouse under America.
And they're gonna have a problem.
I think over, but
they're taking casualties, and you think that civilians can really fuck with trained military men that have been waiting for this?
Bro,
when I was watching,
I got the stats real quick. This is a military head-to-head comparison between Russia and Ukraine to show you that all the media, which is all controlled and owned by the Zionists, all right, the small hat. This is all their propaganda. Because guess what? The president of Ukraine is one of them. By the way, all right. So Russia, the world ranking by military strength. Russia is number 2, right behind America. China is number 3.
Well, Khan, when they wrote that too, I understand what brother's saying as well, because America is ranked number 1 due to military spending too. Because when you look at spending, America does their GDP on spending military, their military program is combined. It's higher than the combined total of the next 9.
Yeah.
You know, but when you look at military capability as in destroying, specifically missiles shot off, it's Russia.
Russia.
You know, because America, even when you go into the articles, America's generals will tell you in the articles that you know, Russia, they got another weapon that we haven't even, you know, got the capabilities of touching yet. You know,
Exactly.
We got more, but they got better.
Gun.
Like they don't have to use. They're more potent. I guess
They got like Satan 1 and 2.
Bro, they've been doing it since the Cold War.
Hey,
They've been prepared since then. That's why NATO had. That's why NATO had to form.
Yep.
If I recall right, from with the Cold War, they're fighting over those microfilms from Germany, right? From what I recall, watching it happen in James Bond movies, anyway, America, you know, England, whatever. But anyway, America got the plans, but Russia actually had the German scientists come over and build the shit up. You know, like they got them from them. They didn't go steal it and intercept it and take a picture of it. They actually got it.
They got the whole. They got the full blueprint.
They got the fullness of it.
Yeah.
They were bringing over the scientists to come in to make sure the shit was right.
And America tried to cover it up with say it was for space. You know, the first journey to space, like what was that during the 60s, right?
The Sputnik.
Yeah, all of that shit. They were trying to say, oh, we're trying to know. They was trying to develop those missiles. That's why they brought those scientists over to America. Yeah, to Germany.
Now, real quick, it says Russia ranks as number 2 as the world ranking by military strength. Ukraine is 22. Active personnel.
Hey, but that ain't far down the list though. They solid. But,
I mean, but they're Russians too.
I was just gonna say, we heard what she said though in her studies on that we own gravitas. She said they gave Russia their military technology, so they would then in turn have autonomy with Crimea to watch over everybody in the region right there.
Right. Yep. It says active personnel. Russia has 850,000 to Ukraine's 200,000. The defense budget, Russia has 61.7 billion in comparison to Ukraine's 5.9 billion. As far as the total aircraft, you have Russia's 4,173 to Ukraine's 318.
We say again, Babu Shah.
4,173 total aircraft.
Who does?
Russia.
Yeah.
In comparison to Ukraine's 318.
Yeah. You know, CNN, they got this Ukrainian calling them ghosts.
Everybody crazy.
Yeah.
Killing all the Russians.
You're like on a 10 kill streak.
The funny part,
Tom Cruise Maverick or some shit.
Ghost is from Call of Duty. That's the funny part.
You gotta understand, Russia's not trying to wipe them out. They just trying to occupy.
They just trying to take them down.
Yeah, they could wipe them out like today, in a few hours if they wanted. You know,
but you see what the narrative is.
Oh yeah.
Now that they're trying to basically silence Russian media right now. You know, taking them off of YouTube and different other media platforms. So basically, you can't really get the true narrative. You can only get the propaganda. So it's all one-sided. They got you believing that Ukraine is really putting up this big fight.
Okay.
And Russia's having so much trouble.
If they just had a little bit of help.
Yeah, kind.
You know what I'm saying? So you know that they're trying to subvert the minds of the people to get them to believe that Russia is not as powerful as they actually is.
This devil Elon Musk, I guess, let Ukraine use one of his satellites to enable him to have internet.
Right.
Because I guess Russia disabled the internet over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Ukraine was as powerful, why didn't they disable Russia's internet?
Right.
Well, they got those the anonymous hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It says the tanks. You have Russia's 12,420 to Ukraine's 2,596. I mean, this is no match at all.
Kind of.
You're outgunned, you're outnumbered, outmanned.
Yeah. Kind
Artillery, 14,145 to Ukraine's 3,107. The fleet strength, Russia 605 to Ukraine's 38.
Wait.
38.
The fleet, yeah, the fleet, the Navy. The Navy fleets. Submarines, Russia 70, but Ukraine ain't got shit. They ain't got no subs.
Hey, them subs been fucking with America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind.
Ukraine don't have a chance. And you telling me there's no Russian subs in the Black Sea?
Bro,
They right there.
Bro.
Russia could. I'm pretty sure they have a bomb that's unlike not a nuke, but a bomb big enough to frighten everyone. Where everyone to just say, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna just surrender, put my shit down, take me hostage or whatever. But, I don't think they'll get to that point, but they could if they wanted to. That's what
yep. Now, you just read further down. Russia got 15 destroyers. Ukraine has none. Russia has 11 frigates. Ukraine only has one.
What was that, bro?
Frigates. Corvettes. Russia has 86. Ukraine has one. Aircraft carrier. Russia has one. Ukraine has none. So comparing the stats, there's no match. There's no contest.
They just gave the supersonic blackjacks to Venezuela.
Right.
Yeah, just take these, man. Just in case we need to, somebody come over here, we can hit them with twice the speed of sound with a couple nukes off of this.
Right now, Russia got Ukraine surrounded. The city of Kiev.
Yeah.
They're surrounded. They're giving them the option to surrender. Hey, surrender, man. We don't want to do this.
They're talking about having another negotiation at the border of Belarus.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna lure them in, and then if they try to, poke at them, they're gonna fuck them up.
That speech
It's gonna be another night.
That speech that Putin gave out a couple of days ago. They're playing it out in the city with the speakers, the Ukrainian capital, like surrender, like this is not your fight. We're trying to liberate you from the power of the neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
I got a preset.
Yep.
What you was talking about earlier with the German scientists.
Yep.
Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Which are the Germans, right? His counsel,
Which are another sect of Edomites.
his counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan.
Let me say this real quick, because they're supposed to have the top destructive knowledge on the planet. But, just as I said, the destructive knowledge on the planet. But it's going to not even affect the Hawashai and the angels like that. It won't even stun him. It's just going to piss him off.
And it's really being used against themselves.
Yeah.
Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, you can't hide yourself, man. Everybody that been spoiled, they're up under your spoil, man. and it's all coming out. You can't fool the world with your BS, your propaganda, man. All right. So, you know, this is why he's desperate and he's resorting to all these, you know, psychological operations, man. You know, now all of a sudden, the Crown Royale just totally disappears, and now we got to focus on that. And then we ain't forgot about that truck convoy. That's also part of the PSYOP. They're supposed to be on the road on the way to DC. And we already know what that's going to cause. That's going to further hurt the supply chain. What they're doing with these truckers. It's going to have you people. You're going to be feeling the brunt of it real soon. You know, and then the people going to be chaotic. People going to be, you know, wilding the hell out. It's going to be food riots and stuff. People desperate. They're going to shoot crime through the roof. You're already suffering from inflated prices because your monetary system is being totally devalued. And all these things that this devil's doing is actually helping to accelerate that.
Right.
You know? And we're seeing it, so you can't hide yourself, man. Okay? Not to mention, you're wrapping up that social credit system. While everybody's still focusing on Ukraine or whatever, you got certain places where now it's required that you have to show a digital proof of having the juice. All right, and this happened quietly. I don't know if I sent it to the chat. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. A national jab pass has quietly rolled out, and red states are getting on board. It's known as the Smart Health Card. Yeah. And this is from Forbes.
I would say we know, you're right. We know they top.
This is what they just did while the focus is over there, man.
Ukraine and on.
This situation with Ukraine is kind of like a wag the dog situation.
Yeah, it is.
It's wag the dog, man.
Yeah.
It's a diversion tactic. Because they don't want you to pay attention to what these devils are doing behind closed doors, man.
They always get you like that.
At home.
They talk about glamour. When you look up the word glamour, it's basically put a facade.
It's a smoke screen.
It's a smoke screen. You put something for everybody to focus on while the real shit's happening over here. Outside of their attention. You got it?
Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yep. They're causing craft to prosper in their hand.
Yep.
You know, all this propaganda, all this, you know, media control, mind control, all this manipulation is part of their craft, their witchcraft, man. You know, and it's to shift your mind off of their objective. All right. So real quick, this from Forbes, and it says a national, I'm not gonna say the V word, pass has quietly rolled out and red states are getting on board. Even a moronic variant loosens its grip on the world. Destinations continue to require travelers to show proof of the V, and increasingly a paper CDC card is not cutting it. While the United States government has not issued a federal digital pass.
Hey, it's lucky, but why is it not cutting you? I thought this was optional. You know, from the science side of it, it's supposed to be optional. But now they know that they want everybody to fall under.
Everybody got to be up under that system.
Want everybody under that system.
Everybody got to come up under that system.
That's why they say it's not working.
Right. Showing you that this whole, it was never about health to begin with.
Yep.
It was never about that.
That's why it's not about it now. Hey, I was gonna say, the timing of it is what's so significant. The moment they say, all right, just take the mask off, don't even worry about it.
No more mandates.
Here come war. You know what I'm saying? the next news article after take the mask off, it's okay.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're not sure that these
this the
things
next
are working
phase. This the
anyway.
next phase of our agenda that
Next step.
that we want to do.
Right.
We did this enough. More people are starting to wake up to this shit. They ain't buying it no more.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the next one.
Yep.
And it was already planned out. It was already planned out. It says, while the U.S. government has not issued a federal digital pass, a national standard has nevertheless emerged. To date, 21 states, the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico offer accessibility to the smart health card and verifiable digital proof of the jab developed through the Jab Credential Initiative, the VCI, a global coalition of public and private stakeholders, including Microsoft, Salesforce, Oracle, the Mayo Clinic, and other health and tech heavyweights.
Yeah, that's their health system that they control.
And it's all going to be amalgamated.
Yep.
It's all going to be brought together under one system. And very soon, and then the monetary system is going to follow. They having it to where your medical records, your financial records, your criminal history,
Your UBI account.
your UBI account,
EBT.
what you're worth,
Blood type, all that
all that's going to be on one digital,
platform.
Grid.
the grid.
Grid, yeah.
It's all going to be on the
Like
grid.
database.
It says, and very soon, at least 4 more states will be rolling out access to smart health cards. We've seen a notable uptick in states that have officially launched public portals where individuals can get verifiable jab credentials in the form of smart health cards with a QR code, says Dr. Brian Anderson, co-founder of the VCI and chief digital health physician at MIT-RE.
And we know that every QR code, if it's hooked up, all it is a camera that's hooked up to the internet.
Yeah.
Once you have that, boom, as soon as you hit your camera with that,
All you got to do is have an app. All you got to do is have the app on your phone, and there it is.
You really just put your camera up to it and hit the tap the little
Once it recognizes it.
God, the QR code is really like a printable algorithm.
Yeah.
a printable barcode.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And this is what they're trying to. This is what they're bringing about through the trucker convoy, the shit that's going on with Ukraine. That this war that they're pretty much, this is all in the plans, man.
I guess so.
To forward that agenda of the Great Reset. Okay. They want as much. They want as much chaos as possible. They need that to happen.
Yep.
Okay. You got something?
This is Daniel 8:25. It says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand,
There it is.
and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. All right. It says he shall also.
Because they're trying to tell you that they're trying to do this by way of securing the nation. We want security. We want everybody to be safe.
Yep.
We want everybody to be convenient. We want to prosper. But we know what they're really trying to do is they're trying to cut the people off. They want to depopulate. So they're saying one thing, but they're doing a complete opposite. That's why you're never supposed to trust your enemy, man. His words were smoother than butter.
We're gonna get it right now.
Psalms 55, man. They're trying to act like they want war or peace. They want to, advance technology. They want to solve world hunger and poverty and problems. We have an issue with our atmosphere,
Yeah.
climate.
Climate lockdowns are coming.
So we gotta calculate the carbon emissions.
Yeah, God.
We gotta reduce, its usage. Do away with cars emitting, carbon. We want to make everything electric. And then you already know that they're orchestrating the cyber attacks. because they want to control the energy too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna blame Russia. This is a perfect opportunity right now.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's coming.
They already sent Russia.
Claude Schwab,
Yeah.
he been talking about it.
Yeah.
They even simulated it with cyber polygon,
What do you call it?
cyber
Pandemic attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be cyber attacks all over the planet Earth happening at one time.
And what is that? What is that? Another resemblance that we've been speaking about for years now.
That's, that's right.
EMP.
Yeah, EMP. That's the
That's
cyber
pretty
attack.
much the same thing.
Once that cyber attack happens, is
That's what it was.
the main thing they're going to attack is the financial grid.
Yeah.
So you're going to have these people trying to do these bank runs when they're not. The banks, all the computers going to be down.
Yep.
The stock market is gonna crash.
Apple,
all that.
your Apple Pay and all that shit. That's just going to be down.
Cash out.
You know, it's eventually, because we know it's controlled, it's going to be up in so many days, but who knows? It might not be.
Yep.
You know?
Now they
take
got to
3 days.
limit it, like they did in Venezuela. They only gave them 30 minutes to an hour worth, or a couple hours anyway, of electricity.
And that's what they know how to not control, but yeah, really control the people.
Manipulate.
Ration.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to think I can't think of the word, but that's how they know how to get to the people.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
through their money.
Yeah.
You fuck with someone's money, they're gonna especially not some of these rich ass Edomites. They got millions in the bank where they shit ain't there. Even regular old Jake that got $1,000 in their bank, they gonna lose it. You know,
That's why the elites are hoarding all the resources.
Yeah.
Because they know, like, if there was a shutdown, the whole grid, and a lot of people lose everything, they still got everything in their possession.
God.
They got the resources.
They can stay afloat. They can chill.
They got the fat, and then where they putting it? In them domes.
Yeah. 'Cause they don't give a shit. At the end of the day, they don't give a shit about no Twitter, no Instagram, none of that shit. My money gone. You know, shit, Jake gonna bug out, man. Hey, prime example, come up short on Jake check on payday, talking about, the computer's down. Shit. Jake will lose it. Like, nah, man, you gonna cut me a check right now.
Or a cyber attack.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Yeah.
They gonna lose it.
It's happening to everybody. Jake
They
like,
don't give a shit.
they gonna give a
You
shit.
better write me a person.
Yeah.
God.
Come out your pocket. Yeah.
I got Psalm 55. In Psalm 55, I'm gonna start at verse 20. It says, "He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." That's it.
Yeah.
He talked one thing, but he really about something else, man.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. And what we always bring up this lately, we've been bringing it up, right? They what is it? They scream in pain as they strike you.
Strike you, yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's how these people get down. They play victim while they assaulting you.
I got something to back you up. Psalms 28:3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. They do.
Yeah, be careful. Like, you got to be careful when this devil gets to talking about, security and safety. And trying to assure to you that things are going to be, beneficial, convenient. When they throw them terms out there, you better know that there's a straight agenda behind that, man. There's he got a snare to sell you.
Kind.
He has a pit, that he has to groom you for, man.
Yeah.
I got an article.
Yep.
It says this business and politics.
Hey, so y'all already know that if they bring forth, if they attack the grid, you already know that Russia is gonna be the blame.
They setting it up.
But we already know who's really behind it.
Right.
Okay? We already know who's behind it, man. It's the same government that did 9/11.
Okay.
Well, the powers that be, we can call it.
Go ahead.
Bill Gates says world. Now this uploaded February 27, 2022. Bill Gates says world
That's
can.
today?
Bill Gates says world can prevent next pandemic if Australia's draconian lockdown efforts duplicated. The extreme measures that Australia imposed upon their citizens throughout the scamdemic have earned the admiration of Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, who is already making plans for the next scamdemic. So there you go, man. Yep. And that's where all that, you know, what you call that, the V card on the V card electronically. That's when I'm sure that's when that's gonna play in.
Because what do we know? They're going to scare you into getting into the grid so you can get your money back, so you can get your livelihood back.
Yeah.
And if you, hey, what happened in the movie Demolition Man, if you wasn't into their system, you went underground and was eating rat meat and shit, you know? What do you think they, and then everybody that was above had that implant, and they was walking around living life in high society, you know? So we know that some people are gonna deny it, you know, and then this is what they're gonna see. And what was they doing in the movie? Edgar Friendly, right, was the leader of the ones that wasn't implanted, right? They was trying their best to find this guy to take him out.
Real quick, this is Micah 2:1 in the NIV. Woe to those who plan iniquity, to those who plot evil on their beds. At morning's light, they carry it out because it is in their power to do it.
So that's the devil's telling you what they're about to do.
Yeah.
They're boasting of their heart's desire, like it says in Psalms 10. The wicked boast of his heart's desire. And it's nothing but wickedness, man. But they're trying to, you know, present it as if it's something, you know, benevolent, righteous. You know?
He's gonna tell you what he's about to do, and he enacted his plan, and he said, "You ain't gonna stop you. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, can't do shit.
Can't do nothing about it. You know? We got our hands in all media. We got our hands in all the corporations, the corporate-backed media, these you know, law enforcement. You know, they got their hands in everything, man.
We got the economic hitmen.
Economic hitmen, lobbyists, these puppet governors and mayors, these politicians. Like, we got it all sold up. So what could you do about it? You know, the power is in our hand.
All we can do is just want, so they won't get, you know, caught up in Esau's, you know, all his plans of destruction.
Get caught up in that snare.
Yep.
Done.
That's all we doing, giving Jake warning, letting him know. So this is what it is. This is what this devil's agenda is. This is their plan to do. You can take heed, or if you don't, you know,
It's okay if you don't believe.
you're gonna be destroyed. Yeah. What is it? Romans 3? What is something not believe?
It's okay if you don't believe. Limited space only anyway.
But the same shit that you see going on in Ukraine is going to happen here on the streets of America. You're going to have people fighting against their own government, not a outside force, their own government. People are going to fight for their so-called rights, their right to bear arms. They're going to be fighting for everything. They're going to be fighting for food. City against city, state against state, all this shit that went on over there, but it's going to be worse. Because out here, you ain't got to get a citizen's guns. They got them.
Here.
You know, over there they passing out AKs and shit. These people got guns.
Yeah.
You know, when it come time, whether them or you, it's gonna be you. If you don't, you know, you ain't holding, or if you ain't in this truth and you don't got the spirit of the Lord on you, it's real shit. You know, it ain't gonna be no Twitter and all that shit. Esau gonna cut all of that shit off. You see how they cut the internet off out there? They gonna cut that shit. You ain't gonna be able to live stream. Look what they doing to us. Look how they treating us. You know, that shit ain't gonna happen.
I got something real quick. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. America's the modern day Egypt. So So all these left, right wingers, you know, they're gonna be fighting against each other. You know, if you have opposing views, you know, you're gonna be fighting against, you know, each other. You know.
And like when you read when Yahweh Shai said, "A nation divided against itself cannot stand," and then you know you go into that word divide, you know it means to separate by opinion, by party, you know, or sect.
Yeah.
Hey, how did this, was it Mao Zedong? Was it Mao Zedong that wrote no, not Mao Zedong. Well, who wrote Sun Tzu? Divide and conquer. Divide,
Art of War?
The art of war. It's the art of war. Divide and conquer. You make people have differences on minute levels. They forget the common similarities that they have, and you're able to dissect them and pull them up and take them down piece by piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sun Tzu, yeah.
But the elites, they capitalize off of that the division.
Yep.
Because a lot of these like radical movements, a lot of it is infiltrated. You know. And that's another mechanism that they use, controlled opposition.
Yep.
You know, and it's to help, you know, bring in, usher in whatever agenda that they have. Because order, you know, out of order they could, out of chaos they could bring order. That's why that whole convoy shit, you know, I was able to see through that like quickly.
The one from Mexico?
No, the one up in Canada.
Canada. Oh yeah.
And then it ended up in America, and now they finna be on their way to Washington, D.C. You know?
But they set up against them truckers in D.C. months ago.
Of course.
They done barricaded
They was already
off the White
waiting on
House.
Yeah.
Because they already knew it was in the plans anyway. All this shit is infiltrated.
But
Man.
actually, they was barricading up the White House when this dude, right before he started pushing all, right before his what is it they call it? Basically, the people start turning, like realizing this motherfucker was bullshit.
Biden?
Biden.
Yeah.
Right when he started showing his horns,
Yeah.
the shit was already up and ready to go. They knew that people showing up on the White House lawn, running naked and shit.
Motherfuckers trying to jump over the fence and shit.
Yeah, you know, just show you how you people are bugged out. They're on full scale elite mode, man.
Yeah.
Pushing their agenda.
They're full on distraction mode, so to speak. You know, deceiving mode.
Yep.
You know, this is like the devil's coming down with great wrath. So he's been deceiving the nations all this time. So this is the time where he's really going to try to deceive you people.
He's bringing out everything he's got.
Yeah.
Everything.
He got
Almost everything is a psyop.
Everything.
You got to look into everything. You know, you can't just when you see this, like, you can't take everything that you see on, like, especially through media for face value. You gotta like really look into it, man.
the elder Ariella, man, really like, I don't like that TikTok look.
Yeah.
It's true, man, because they be just some sensationalized shit. Some of it be good, but see, I take it more for the mind of the people is on this type of shit more than it's being so much true. But some things you see with your eyes, like, it's gotta be true. But they gonna deceive, they could even deceive the very elect with the things they can show you with the miracles that they do.
Yeah. You know, like we was talking about when we was before we came here, we talking about how a lot of the footage that they're showing on BBC and all these small hat funded corporate media sources, they're showing you a lot of bullshit, man. Like you had, I saw one video where they said some dude who was he was patriotic or whatever, and he happened to have a bomb, and he attached it to his car.
Yeah.
So that night he drove to a bridge and basically blew himself up on the bridge.
I seen that shit, bro.
To basically destroy the
bridge.
path so that the
Russians
tanks can't get through.
Russian tanks.
So the Russian tanks can't get over.
Bro.
But then in the morning they show footage close up of the bridge collapsing to the water, and then you see the fucking car in the water, and it doesn't even. It's not.
Yeah, it's still in the.
It's still in. It's
Still whole.
It's still whole.
Still whole, bro.
It might have still had his windows and shit. I'm like, come on, man.
They
It-
show you
sloppy, bro.
that Ukrainian dude kissing his daughter
Yeah,
goodbye,
from the movie.
and she's got to return and fight for his country.
Yeah, that's from a movie.
Right.
bro.
Hey, just like when the Twin
Man.
Towers came down, you know, and they found the plane.
Yeah, kind, bro.
They had some 2 IDs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two IDs in there and shit. Of the Saudi terrorists.
These devils are sloppy with it, man. But people believe the bullshit,
I
man.
was just gonna say it, bro. It's a spirit. You said it like that, right? This devil's so damn sloppy, but know why he can be sloppy? Because you people fall for anything, man.
Yeah.
They're under
You
strong
have no
delusion.
eyesight.
He under that strong delusion.
Yeah. They have no eyesight to see through it. They believe every simple
Bro.
word. Our people are fucking savage, man.
Like you said, bro, it blew through 3 feet of pure concrete, but didn't break no fucking metal, bro. It didn't blow the window up. Come on now.
Hey, bro, it could be a September tapes type of situation.
Yeah, right. You can't tell.
You can't even tell it was what, if it's CGI or if it's some real shit.
Right.
And we know it's some real shit happening, but not to the extent that the media is trying to tell you, man.
And then I was thinking too with the video, if that's the case, why the fuck didn't he just put the park the car and then just blow it up himself?
Bro,
What the fuck you gonna stand the car
put
for?
a brick on the fucking
Bro.
accelerator and hop out that motherfucker.
Bro.
Blow up
that
a
motherfucker
bridge?
off of this.
Why would you kill yourself to blow up a bridge, bro?
That's dumb.
Hey.
By the way, tanks can drive through fucking water, bro. Over the fucking river.
They have these trucks that make themselves into a bridge.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. They have that. They have that equipment.
It's just, but
And
people
the-
see it and they fall for it.
And the water wasn't deep. Cause you
At all.
could,
That's what I'm saying. You can drive with that little ass creek.
bro, you could still see the car, bro.
They got what this called
amphibious
amphibious vehicles, bro.
Sure.
Water and land vehicles.
The
Tire
car
was,
was just turned over
Yeah.
right there. You could see the car right
tire
there.
was sticking out the water and shit, bro.
3 inches of water.
Bro.
Bro.
And then, hey,
Yeah.
that footage where that one soldier, he had his magazine full out his gun.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, one
He's like-
job, bro.
Acting all
Keep the
stupid in
bullets
front of
in
the
the
camera. That was hilarious.
that shit was funny, man.
That was funny. That was comic.
But we supposed to believe that they putting up a big fight against
Yeah,
Russia.
that was probably a GS4. Somebody that never held a gun.
Yeah.
You know? Didn't know how
Yeah.
they hit the button and didn't know.
That was such a fail.
Now give me second Corinthians 2:11.
Yep.
We don't fall for the bullshit, man. You can't fool us, man.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, but they know the rest of the world is stupid.
Yeah.
But we're not idiots,
Especially
man.
Jake's, man. Jake's stupid.
No.
A lot of these other
Solid
nations
children.
are kind of up on that shit though.
Yeah.
Like the other nations, they know what time it is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
these dumbass Americans that really believe this shit.
Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Speak of the 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
There it is. We're not ignorant to your
We're laughing at
your
this shit, bro. It's common.
Yeah. And it's the reason why they want to censor everything. Because when you point out
Fact check.
when you point out the bullshit, we gotta clean that up, man. You know?
They had something on CNN today, like basically prepping the people to what to see, what to believe and what not to believe on social media,
Yeah.
as far as
We already know they didn't went against, what they call them? Not anti.
Chariot.
these.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, I see.
It's just one right there.
I ain't
Or
need
it
my
might be
glasses
two. Two of them together or something.
They said, basically the people that's been online trying to talk against the Jews.
Conspiracy.
It's like conspiracy theories. What do they call them?
Misinformation.
Yeah, misinformation. Something.
Anti-vax.
Yeah, it was
those-
something
they
to
got
do
all
with that.
kinds of-
Remember, right before all of this happened,
Misinformation spreaders.
right? They were gonna start demonizing them.
Yeah.
They ain't stopped that idea.
Oh no.
So now anything on the internet that you hear might be real truth versus what they're pushing. Put them in that category.
Yeah.
We know that they're putting everything in categories already.
That's why they use dudes like Joe Rogan.
Yep.
You know,
Like Alex Jones.
they're controlled opposition, man.
Yep.
They want to see how many people really have that mindset that's really against the status quo.
Yep.
You know, who's really privy to their wicked, evil agenda? You're the threat.
Yep.
So we gotta attack, you know, your speech. You know, anybody that's thinking like you.
Yep.
You can't have your own mind, man.
And the average
Thought
American
police.
is about like they are the stupid. Well, it really are Jake that's just straight dumb.
Yeah, fucking
They
idiots.
just don't get it. Just don't give a damn about it either. But the rest of these Americans that's up in here, they call themselves woke. They don't know shit.
Yeah, some of these Americans, they almost, I won't say it, but they are pro Putin because they hate Biden so much.
Yeah.
A lot of these Edomites,
Yeah.
they like, yeah, well, you know, you get when you got an idiot as a president, you know, they say shit like that. You be like, you know.
And one guy was up, what about Ukraine? Oh, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, they hate Biden, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
But that shows you the divide of this place. This place is, we always bring out, was it Mark the third chapter with 24th verse, that is, you know, kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. This place is divided. You know? So you're gonna eventually, when this shit kicks off, you're gonna have those that are pro-war and those that are anti-war.
Yeah.
You know? This place is,
I got some. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. That media, man. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie,
Wrong delusion.
that
They
they
the bullshit. The okie doke. People gonna believe the okie doke. In the name of being woke, you the most asleep. Some of these woke people are the most asleep people out there. They're flat earthers, they're, you know, they believe all this other shit.
that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
I'm trying to think, where's that one that say, because they receive not the love of the truth?
I think that was what he just read.
That was just a little word, a little different.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Is that where that's at? I think that is where that's at. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure because what he just read, that's what it said.
Yeah.
They receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved.
Yes.
That's what he just read.
Yeah, that was in 2 Thessalonians. But yeah, man.
So that was it. I thought that's where it should have been.
Come on.
I thought I heard different.
These people are in darkness, man.
Yep.
That's why they don't, you know. And I mean, it's not their fault. The rulers of the darkness of this world is keeping them in the dark.
Yeah.
The God of this world is keeping them blind, man. But we're the ones shining the light, trying to, you know, get you to see. You know, and if you can't see it, then hey, it's because you really don't want to.
Yeah, I'm just going. Let me get it. John chapter 3. And we start up at I started at 17, you know. I don't want to really read 16. Everybody's gonna cut the camera off when I get done with it. You know. And it says verse 17 is the end all be all 3 to 16, right? John chapter 3 verse 17, for the Most High sent not his Son in the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. That he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world.
Yep.
And what's beautiful about this, because we're out here shining the light on everything on the earth, particularly on a belief system that these miracles are going to come to pass when all the destruction that we're also talking about happens. If you believe on that name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and all their works, right? It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Yep.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. And here it says reproved, discovered, right in the margin. It says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. Yep. They are solid, basically, firm. You know, he put the spirit on those that have that are in the hand that can't be plucked out, that were the Most High that was given unto Yahweh Shai, the elect, if you will. That spirit of him is in those people. Lord willing, we're some of those people. All right. The rest of you that believe anything a man tell you, that anything that flashed on the TV screen. And I was thinking about when this what they used to call the movies. They used to call it motion pictures. When these motion pictures first hit the world, it was one of the greatest deceptive things in the world. It can influence you. It can change the way you think. Okay, it deceives the world on such a level to where you believe something that's not true. Now, anything that show up on the screen, you believe this shit, man. This was just in the 30s, 20s, a little bit before that was silent films, but just in like the 30s, did they have full screen motion pictures.
Yeah, Disneyland, Hollywood.
Yep.
That's the deceit, man.
It's
deceit
that
the whole
witchcraft.
world, yeah.
Witchcraft on the people.
Mm-hmm. All deceivableness.
Yep.
Oh, Nahum.
Yep.
And even though that was talking about ancient Nineveh, this is modern Nineveh. This is Nahum 3. In Nahum 3, verse 4, it says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts.
That's this place, America.
The heart of the business of witchcraft is pretty much Hollywood, man. You know? Yeah, Hollywood, right? Pushing out that evil. And wasn't the witches,
Yeah.
whatever that broomstick, not the broomstick, but
It was Hollywood.
it was of Hollywood. Yeah.
Disneyland. Disney World.
It says, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth the nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Yeah, they American movies, are published all over the planet Earth. Only recently, China and Russia banned, American movies.
They should done it anyway. It's a better story.
Yep. It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It's all that pollution. All the pollution that, America spews out, man. The homosexuality, transgenderism.
Women over men.
Yep. Women over men. Feminism.
You sold the world a freaking, you sold them a dream, basically. You put them to sleep. The movies, your entertainment, your media, it was all a lie, man. Nothing but a web of lies, man. Hey, like the term media, we to refer to the word media, it actually goes back to medium.
Yep. It's a connection between the spiritual realm and the physical
realm.
Yeah.
And then also, if you look at going to Greek mythology, you have the goddess Media,
Yeah.
or Medea,
Yeah.
which means the goddess of illusion.
Yep.
And that's all you get is just illusions.
also television. That's it's tell-a-vision. You know.
Con.
It's funny because I watched
And media was she was an enchantress.
yeah. And these
Stand
movies,
down with thine enchantment.
and these movies got demons on them, bro. Some of these movies, paranormals and all that other shit, and fucking what's that, Annabelle and all that shit.
Conjuring.
That shit got demons on them, bro. I always fall asleep at the same parts of certain movies. Like, what the fuck going on?
I mean, how many people have not carried out murders and crimes after a movie they saw? You know?
I was gonna say when you they started the power of that back in the 30s. I watch older movies now, black and white movies, right? And when you watch these movies, what do you see? A lot of these women are cheating on their husband, talking shit, you know, and husband's off at the war. He come back to reclaim them and shit, right? Pretty good stories. But that shit wasn't actually happening on that scale like in these movies back in the 30s. These people weren't just quickly running off. In these movies, they show that a man and a woman, if they were unmarried, they couldn't be in the same room together. They couldn't sleep in the same room. They couldn't be in any private situation together. Just in the 30s, you know. But now, but through all of this that they pushing in these movies, now what do you see? You see all kind of fucking pornography. There you go. That's the answer. That's the long game of what these movies are about. You know, older movies were about the devil of pornography. You know?
And slowly but surely start to include all type of homosexuality, you know, same sex
Regular
couples,
TV be having two men
TV shows,
making out, bro.
movies. Yeah.
Well, before 8 p.m., they be having homosexuals making out, bro.
Yeah.
On TV that kids can watch. What's the rating? M17, M something. It made. They be making out. Teenagers, kids and shit making out.
And now you're seeing is the people, their behavior is being altered according to what they're seeing.
Exactly. And Disney Channel puts out the most witchcraft movies.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Making them open them up to sexual things.
And then you have amongst the shows that they showing with Jake. Notice how they no longer really show like two black married couples.
Yep.
It's always an interracial marriage. So most of the time it's Eve with the goddamn circle.
Yep. Even in the commercial.
They got to desensitize you to that, because that's basically the image that they're pushing.
Yep.
You know?
Do you see
It's either that or it's some dyke shit.
Yep.
You know, two women or two men.
And that fuck with your subconscious. Like you see it, but
Now it's the norm now.
it's the norm now. It's
Yeah,
like
even some like hardcore shows like Power and shit.
Yeah,
There's some gay shit in there too, man.
Esau
The
throw
snowfall.
homo shit and everything, man.
That new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shit.
I ain't seen the new one.
I heard
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
They turned the little girl, actually,
Yeah.
they would turn her to a lesbian.
Of course.
Taking all the old shit,
Yeah,
twisting it up.
Every time we refreshed it, no, you dirtied it, man. Dirtied the old way.
Or if it is all Jake family,
Yeah.
the fucking family's all soft,
Yeah.
it's all fucking blacked out.
Yep.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Full of Christianity.
That's part of this devil's witchcraft, man. That's also him putting his bottle to you,
Yep.
making you drink, man. You know, so he can look upon your nakedness, because you're naked, man.
You have no covering. Hey,
Yep.
but we're trying to offer you the covering up here. This is where you get covered up. Hey, didn't the brother read that? Was it in Revelation? At the top, when you was one of the ones he was reading, it might have been 3. I think where it said, "Come here to cover your nakedness."
Talking about-
You know what I'm talking about in Revelation?
You're talking about the same scripture,
I think
talking about the eyesore.
Yes. Yep,
3 and
it's that
18.
one. Mama, for sure.
Yeah. Revelation 3 and 18.
Yep.
I counsel thee to buy me of gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment that thou mayest be clothed,
There it is.
and that the shame mayest be clothed.
There it is.
So, I mean,
So
it's like
you
it's
be
like
covered.
it, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Read that again, Brother Show.
Yeah. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich.
Hey, what's gold trying to fire? This is pure. This word is pure. And if you take heed unto this pure word, you'll become pure. You'll be made white. Okay? You'll be covered in white raiment without spot or blemish. Even that your nakedness and your shame be covered and not looked upon. That's what we know we underneath this. We know we filthy as everybody else. The difference is the understanding that we were given that we're able to cover up that shame by believing in having faith into the words of this book. The spirit of this book.
Yep, it says, and white raiment that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve that thou mayest see.
There it is.
That's what opens your eyes. You know, that
God.
eye salve, the Most High sup with you, He will open your eyes. That's what we're essentially trying to do. Open Jake's eyes to this truth, who they are, and who your enemy is. You know, and your enemy's agenda.
God.
Right. And to believe on the things that there, because a lot of people hear this. Because what brought me into the truth was watching what the fuck the Illuminati was talking about doing way back before. And I was like, I got nothing. I got no answers for the shit that they're coming with. But this gives you the answers.
It gives you a way out.
Give you a way out.
Because
As an escape, let's do this.
I would always think, I would watch the same Illuminati videos, and I was like, I was with the destruction.
Right.
But I just didn't have no way to escape.
Right.
Now I got a way.
Yeah, I believed it. Yeah, I believed
it.
it was coming. I just didn't have no way out. You got it, brother.
It's Psalms 124, and I'll start at the top. It says, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when man rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick.
That's it. Yeah,
All right.
we've been finished, bro. Done, through. You know, what did it say? Except the Lord shorten the times, there will be no flesh left to be saved. There's no Israelites left, because He ain't saving everybody. But everybody will be engulfed in this dark way of life that everybody will be destroyed, particularly the Lord's people.
God, Esau, the devil, man, he's flooded the whole earth with this madness, with that wine.
Yeah.
You know, and even he's gonna turn it up even more during Jacob's trouble.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
That's when he's gonna come in like a flood. You know.
If y'all don't believe my bullshit, y'all don't believe it if your head is bashed in. If you hungry, if you starving.
Bro, wait till he got it set up for us, man.
Yeah.
This nigga, he gonna create. This nigga got the power to have it to where it look like the fucking stratosphere is getting destroyed.
Yeah.
But he's gonna place us teaching right next to
Right
this
next to
shit.
like we doing.
like we got involvement in this shit.
And you know what's going? And on top of that,
That's that deep fake technology.
Yeah.
He has the power to do stuff like that.
kind.
Then he can accuse us.
Bro. And then the stratosphere will still be standing,
Yeah.
and these people, they ain't gonna be like, oh, they ain't gonna notice, bro.
They ain't gonna know. They just gonna be like, kill them niggas.
Yeah.
Hey, don't look
Kill
up.
kill those hate groups.
Hey, in the movie, don't look up. Just look up. It's right here. Just look up. Like, man, I ain't looking up. Don't look up. Have y'all seen that movie, Don't Look Up? The DiCaprio movie? Same shit. It's obviously right here. And when the one guy said, oh shit, they've been lying to us. It was hilarious, bro. He's like, you've been lying to us. Yeah, all you have to do is look up. It's just that easy, obvious. I want to say, they've created basically a throat that can produce the same sounds that you do. You know, they can go in and they found a way to put together.
They can play fake audio
that sound like your voice.
Right.
You know, to get you to sound like you're saying, not just do impressions like, you know, like somebody impersonating you, but actually have a voice that sounds like yours, because Their throat is made up just like yours.
Yeah, they just need a sample of your voice,
That's it.
and then they recreate a whole fucking speech
Yep.
with your sound. I'll finish reading this.
Yep.
It says,
And vocab gonna give them the footage
Yeah. To put with
to use your voice and chop it up.
Email them the footage.
Yeah, you gonna send in the evidence and shit.
It says, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when the wrath was kindled against us.
Yep.
Then
that we ain't seen that kindling of wrath yet. Somebody get a 2 Ezra 16, where it said a fire is kindled.
like 70.
Yeah, it's like around 7.
A multitude.
Yeah.
A multitude.
The wrath is kindled with something like that. Okay?
It's right here.
Whoever got it. Oh, he's reading already. You got it.
What is it, 70?
Yeah, it starts at 70.
This is 2 Ezra 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Where they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. They shall be known, just like it
We
then.
missed it, huh? We
Yeah,
missed
you
it.
gotta
It's
jump
above
up.
that, right?
Above that?
Yeah. Where
Oh,
we
that's
at?
68.
Yeah.
Salaki, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Yeah, it is. And then when it goes into all the stuff he was talking about, you will be trodden underfoot and all. Keep reading.
And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
Uh-huh.
And they shall consent unto them,
And they that consider.
and then they that consent unto them,
Uh-huh.
shall be had in derision and in reproach.
Yep, talking about that that they were deceived,
Yep.
but even they gonna fool some of those that thought they were men of the Lord,
Yep.
that were not. If they had been of us, they would not went out. Because they went out, they were not of us.
They're gonna mock them because you're here it is. You supposedly stood upon your moral ground and your belief, only to denounce it.
The last,
Just so that you can live, basically you just saved your life. Which shows that really you really wasn't about that.
Yep.
You fainted in a day of adversity. So they're gonna mock your ass for that, man.
And trodden underfoot.
Yep. Running through you. So you see that the wrath that we're reading about in here is giving more details to that wrath and what's going to happen when the enemy come in like a flood to what the brother's reading in Psalm 124. Keep going.
For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Uh-huh.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall,
Everybody. Yeah, everybody. They're going after everybody. Okay? You either down with them or you're going to get down with them. And if you don't, you must be of the elect. Because the Lord is protecting you. That's the only way you're going to escape through what they got coming. Which is really a test from the Heavenly Father. Okay? To see if you're just going to fold or you willing to die for Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yeah, the Super Bowl, they showed the mock-up of the sales,
Yeah, FEMA.
prison sales,
Oh yeah, doing the
prison,
halftime
yeah.
show. Yeah, and they got Jake happy and shit, dancing, and I still got my car, nigga. You can't drive outside of the gates,
Doing
nigga.
the crip walk.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be tanks rolling up and down the street.
they gonna do you like that lady in Ukraine.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to drive in that time.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, no, you can't afford gas, nigga. What you doing? Sit that down somewhere. Yeah, bro. That pretty much it. Over there.
they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Where they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall there be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Hey, you gotta get tested, man. Are you with the Lord or not? And if you can't take the heat, you're gonna get rolled on, man. The Lord is gonna spew you out. That's why he said he gonna plead, he gonna judge all flesh with fire. The difference is we're going through the fire now. You know, we still got more to go through. I'm not trying to say it's easy breezy, but we have a belief that and a hope and an expectation to look forward to focus on.
Yeah, the Lord gonna put the spirit on his elect to endure it.
As the spirit you said that, I was thinking of Stephen.
Yeah.
Stephen, he took the persecution head on, and it wasn't a big deal. As it was written like it wasn't a big deal.
But before that, the Lord was speaking through him.
Yep.
And he cut all those jakes.
And I know they hurt worse.
Oh, they hurt work, man.
You know, than he felt. You know, because he was in the spirit. Speaking, then he began to look up and saw the heavens open up to receive him up, man.
So the Most High and Yahweh Shai.
We go back to
Real quick.
Okay, you got something?
Yeah, this is for the word comforter. The Greek word is parakletos, and it says down here, in the widest sense, a helper, succor, aider, assistant of the Holy Spirit, destined to take the place of Hamashiach with the apostles after his ascension to the Father, to lead them to a deeper knowledge of the gospel truth and give them divine strength needed to enable them to undergo trials and persecutions on behalf of the divine kingdom.
Beautiful. Hey, that's Stephen in a nutshell. That Acts chapter 7.
That's the comforter.
Yeah, he was comforted when he was in physical distress, so to speak. And that's why I said the elect will scarcely be saved. Okay. So
if we don't have it, if we don't have the comforter in that moment, you won't make it.
Con.
You gonna give in.
Yep.
You know. That's why, when the Lord told his disciples, basically don't worry about what is
What
thou shalt speak in that moment. In that
Where shall
hour.
be given to you?
Basically, the Lord's gonna give you the comforter to deal with that situation. So brothers are gonna get through it, man. If you have the elect, you're gonna get through it. The Lord said, I will bring you through the fire.
Yep. Hey, we know there was a fourth person, so to speak, in that
fiery furnace.
So he gonna lead us literally through that fire, through that Holy Spirit and comfort.
That's it, man. We're gonna need it, man.
Yeah.
Or else you're gonna melt.
That's it.
If you don't have it, you're gonna melt.
What I love about that, was it in Daniel or was it in the Song of the Three Holy Children? But it said, and not a hair was singed, and not even the smell of smoke in their garment. It was Daniel, right?
Yeah, but it said the fire
Killed the man,
overcame the men that was feeding it.
Yeah, it killed them that was feeding the fire.
It was so hot.
Appreciate it. You got it.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
If you don't believe that an angel is going to come and protect you, you don't have the Holy Spirit, man. You don't have that comforter with you. We have to, look, how are we supposed to get through some of this shit if something divine don't come down and intercept? What's the other word I'm looking for?
Intervene.
Intervene the water. Intervene on our behalf.
You have to really believe on these scriptures. When you read them, you have to believe that standard is going to be lifted for you.
It was lifted for certain men.
Yeah.
Throughout the history, throughout the history told in this book,
You have to
believe it's going to be there again.
What is that Sirach 2, where it says, look at the generations of old. If any ever called on the name of the Lord was confounded, you have to believe that. Like, let me look at my forefathers. What they went through. Shit, they made it through, so, let me build my faith and, Lord, will I make it too? You just ain't, and these things you have to obtain through trials and tribulations and to build your faith. It's not going to come overnight. Like, I got faith, I'm not going to take the MOTB. It don't work like that. The Lord has to build you up to build your faith. And when that time comes, that hour of temptation, hey, the Holy, like the brother said, the Holy Spirit got to be on you for you to make it through.
I'm going to say something. Now, please hear me out, okay? I like to say weirdo shit a little bit. Hear this out. So, the more time you spend in this, the more the Lord will allow the spirit of Satan to give you the spirit of doubt upon you. But that's when you go back and reestablish your belief and your trust.
Satan is a believe it or not, Satan is really him doing his job is actually helping to purify you.
It's necessary. It's a necessary.
It's a necessary.
Yes.
He's a tester.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's basically your tester, man.
It's like a
Tempter.
it's like a checks and balance system.
Exactly.
In a sense.
He makes sure you go through the experiences that you need. The difference is your faith is built up because you've made it through these trials and tribulations.
Yep.
While people in the world, they make bad decisions because they don't have the Spirit on them, and then they go down the road and they're tempted and taken away by their own lust. Versus us, the Spirit keeps having us have that fear on us that we move through, and we're able to see that you know what, this ain't right. Let me make sure I don't do that. I'm scared. I want the Heavenly Father to cancel me out right. You know, we're thinking like that, but the rest of the world is living in the moment. We're thinking like, oh, let me make sure I do this so, you know, so I can make it through. Before you know it, you done made it through a bunch of shit. But he keeps throwing out harder and harder tests. He'll make you think like, man, I'll kill your kids. Your kids is gonna look, your kids gonna starve. Then what you gonna do? You know, would you gonna go and try to get, you know, the mark, or, you know?
Those thoughts should make you fear the Lord and make you be even more on fire. Like, you know, shit, that could happen. What you said, they kill my kids, so let me get deeper into this.
Yep.
You know, hey, you have to combat Satan. This is what you got to do to combat Satan. When a wicked thought comes in your mind, or you know, hey, that should be something to trigger you to think of a righteous thought and start with the scriptures.
I got more on this.
You got it.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time.
We ain't never seen an event that's coming like this. In all the history, even in this book, with all the crazy events that went down in this, destructive events, we ain't seen nothing compared to what's about to come. Okay? And we're talking Noah, we're talking Solomon and Gomorrah, talking the plagues of Egypt.
All other nations, the nations coming up, you know, against us, you know.
You know, all the worst situations ever in the history of the world. The worst is coming. We're gonna need we're gonna need a divine intervention to happen. But this book is about divine intervention happening for those that are chosen, the elect.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. The book of life, man. You know? You're not a part of that, you know. If you're not found in the book of life, you know, you're gonna be put to death, man. You're gonna be destroyed.
I got something. James 4:7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High.
How do you do that? His word. What does it say? Is it James 1 where it says faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word.
That's Romans 14.
That's Romans.
Yeah, Romans 14. No, Romans 10 and 14.
10 and 14. Yeah, that's right. What's the one that's in faith? Faith is a gift. But anyway,
Yeah.
Go ahead with that. Yep.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil.
When you have these tempting thoughts, go back and see what the word of the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High is talking about. You go back and look into this, and then you can be comforted by what the Most High says in this. And you got to remind you. And it's not a reminder of him, it's a reminder of yourself. Okay, hey, you said that if we did all of this, you was going to protect us and do this and that. So he said, you said I just have to call on you, you know, in the name of your only begotten Son, and you will protect me. That's for you to remember, for that to be written in you, to call on the name of the Lord. That's why, see, that's something deeper that these other so-called camps or whatever don't understand. We going to the Hebrew, it's to help us, man. You think in the moment, God, please,
Right.
You think he don't want to hear that? Babu Kusha. You think he'll hear the Yahweh? You think he'll hear that? Bashim Yahweh, right? He'll hear that before he hear please.
Jesus save me.
Yeah, that type of thing. Nobody hearing
Ain't
that.
hearing that shit.
Okay? Go ahead.
Resist the devil and he will flee from you.
Yeah, and you resist, and then those thoughts go away, and the spirit of comfort will come upon you out of this book. We're supposed to remember, and like I'll never forget the brother Nathaniel's dream he had. He said, "I was faith." I had so much faith in that moment. No one else had it. I was faith. My faith was shared with everybody in the room.
People are gonna like if this brother believes, people see his faith and see his belief and see him. You can say stable.
Yeah.
That's gonna stabilize them to a degree. That'll give them faith. Versus if he's the head of his house and he's bugging out and scared and
what we gonna do?
What do you think his family's gonna do? Take on that same spirit of fear.
Yeah, Apostle Paul, he was always checking the brothers that was in his church.
Yeah.
He was always checking on their faith to see where they were at.
Yahweh Shai, he said,
He was always checking on their faith.
Yeah.
But he was always telling them, giving them the forewarning that, hey, you're going to suffer trouble. You're going to go through afflictions.
Trouble in the flesh.
Totally. Yeah.
If I can get this, First Thessalonians 3:1, it says, "Wherefore, when we could no longer forbear, we thought it good to be left at Athens alone, and sent Timothy, our brother and minister of the Most High, and our fellow laborer in the gospel of Yahushua, to establish you and to comfort you concerning your faith,
Yes.
that no man should be moved by these afflictions.
Yes.
For yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto."
Where is this at?
1 Thessalonians 3.
First Thessalonians. Come.
"For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and you know. For this cause we could no longer forbear. I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and our labor be in vain."
Yep. Unless y'all wasn't meant to be established as a major church.
That's what it says in the other translation. He said, NLT, it says, "That is why when I could bear it no longer, I sent Timothy to find out whether your faith was still strong. I was afraid that the tempter had gotten the best of you, and that our work had been useless."
Yeah, it is. That's beautiful.
So all this, we basically spent this time trying to establish you and comfort you and build you up. But you suffer an affliction, we had to come and check on you to see if our labors that we put into building you up was
in
vain. Was
Was it in vain, or was it?
Was it useless, or what? Or did it?
Is the foundation good or not?
Yeah, man.
That's right. Because
That's why we exhort one another every day.
Yeah.
Exhortation is basically motivation, admonition, encouragement. And that's what we're spending these days doing, man. Encouraging each other to pray more, pray for each other, pray for mercy, pray for the strength to endure these troublous times. The Lord to give you that extra strength, the extra faith. Because we're going to definitely need that in that time, man. See? So that was what I had.
Go back to, did you read it? I want to hear what you read. But I brought all of that upon.
I'll continue at Psalms 124. And I'll continue at verse 3. All right?
Yeah, perfect. The top
It says, "Then they had swallowed us up quick when the wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul."
Yep,
says,
flooded with that wine, man. Okay, this man, that's what's about to happen now. He about to bombard our people. Just all this other shit just coming like damn. From pandemic to Ukrainian crises to the cyber attack to more pestilences in the earth, to earthquakes, to they're just gonna keep hitting you with more and more shit until you just I'm tired, man.
What to believe, and you just give in, like
fuck it, man. Just go along. I don't know which way I should go. Fuck it, I'm gonna just do what everybody doing.
That's the broad way.
Yep.
Read that again.
It says, Then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us.
Go ahead.
Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream hath gone over our soul.
Yeah, that's actually talking about the floods. The flood of troops.
The armies.
His armies.
Yeah.
You know? That's going back to Isaiah 59, man. When the enemy showed come in like a flood. Because King David, he was in war. He was in constant war. He was dealing with, you know, a massive buildup of the troops of these other nations when he was, you know, pretty much involved in war with them. In certain times where King David needed some help. He needed some divine intervention with fighting all those wars with them other nations, man. It wasn't that easy for him.
Hell no. He had to keep not only his life but the life of his men was in, you know, so he had to keep the same mind. He had to be focused. He had to be in the spirit as he went forth in this battle.
He was in constant prayer.
Yeah.
Huh.
And we had to do the same in this spiritual battle that we're in. We got to stay focused because Esau's throwing all kind of distractions out there to break your concentration, to break your faith. You know.
Hey, to attack you.
Yeah.
The best time to attack your opponent is when you got them distracted.
Yeah.
You know, when they're not paying attention, when they're not looking, when they're not watching. They call it catching you slipping.
What's the opposite of distraction? Concentration.
Exactly.
So our concentration should be locked in to the spirit so that we don't get distracted.
Hey, the punch that knocks you out is the one that you don't see coming, man.
Yeah.
I'll continue reading this. Verse 5, it says, Then the proud waters hath gone over our soul. It says, Blessed be the Lord, who had not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers.
Yep.
The snare is broken, and we are escaped.
That's why it says that in Psalms 17, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. You know, deliver me from out of the teeth of these lions. Because this devil, he's gonna come with full force. You know, that dragon that persecuted the woman. It's that same dragon, man. But he's morphed. It's not the same dragon from 2,000 years ago. He's advanced now.
Full grown now.
You know?
Taste of blood on his tongue, man.
So that's why it's going to take for us to step out on faith, man, and believe that he got us, man. He's going to shield us from all that. You know? That was it, right?
I'll finish the last verse. It says, verse 8, Our help is in the name of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, who made heaven and earth.
Yeah, our help is from him. Right? He's our helper. Give me Isaiah 41. He said, "Fear not, I will help thee."
Yeah. The same where it says that worm.
Thou worm, yep. Isaiah 41. Somebody got it?
I get it. Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, who I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. Fear thou not, I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am the most high power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as
confound those floods.
Yep.
You know, he gonna drought them waters up.
How's it go? 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand.
10,000 by the
Psalm 91.
Yeah. How's it go?
Yeah, 10,000 at the right hand.
1,000
1,000
right,
at the-
right, left hand,
Yeah, yeah.
10,000 at the right hand.
Yeah, Psalms 91.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, they shall not find them. Even them that contend with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught.
And that's how, I mean, because think about it. With all this, you know, this man, his hype, his military strength, and all the technology, all the shit that he got, can't nobody beat this man on a physical level. And if he's
And
coming
his
to
blessings
attack,
is sword.
how the hell you gonna withstand that?
Right.
But the Lord said he gonna make them as a thing of naught.
Nothing.
They're gonna be nothing to you. So clearly that's talking about divine intervention.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna have it's gonna be a power from the heavens that's gonna be with you.
And
The
that's,
forces.
That's beautiful because I was thinking of the chapter before that, at the end of the chapter. It said, I believe it's Psalm 40, right? You're going to mount up.
Yeah, last two verses.
Renew your strength and all
Isaiah,
that.
yeah, Isaiah 40, yeah.
Yeah. So he's putting that idea in your mind already, but he's showing you that the power will come from him
Exactly.
to help you get through all of those.
And I called
devastating
for Zechariah earlier too, 12 and 8.
Yeah, yeah.
How the feeble among you shall be as David.
For I, the Lord thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel.
Come. He gonna help us. Okay?
I will help thee, saith the Lord and thy Redeemer, O Holy One of Israel. He's talking about our shot.
There it is.
Oh, man, I keep going.
If somebody can get 2 Maccabees 15, when the Maccabees, Judas Maccabees had that dream, and we was getting ready to have that battle with Nicanor, and he gave his men encouragement, man. It was heavy. 2 Maccabees 15 and maybe start right around verse 4. Yeah.
Want to get it now?
Yeah.
All right, this is Second Maccabees 15 and 4. It says, And when they said, There is in heaven a living Lord and mighty, who commanded the seventh day to be kept. Then said the other, And I also am mighty upon earth, and I command to take arms and to do the king's business. Yet he obtained not to have his wicked will done. So Nicanor,
Because he was getting ready to take advantage of us, because they know that, you know, we on the Sabbath day,
Yep.
Yeah.
we're, you know, that's a day of rest.
Chilling, man.
So that's when they chose to attack,
That, yeah.
right?
That's how scrappy these devils are. You know? They do a diligent search, even back then. So,
Doing our
they're practicing the Sabbath day, let's attack. Because they knew they couldn't beat us head up. This devil always had to use some type of witchcraft, some type of sideways ass shit to defeat us. You know? Because mainly they wanted to take us away from our power. That was the way they knew how to defeat us. Because if they knew if our power was with us, they had no chance.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
is that scripture?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Is it Acor? He said that. I know Apostle Ramla brings out a lot.
Judith,
Judith,
the
right?
5th chapter.
Yeah, Judith. Yeah.
Yeah, finish.
verse 6. So Nicanor or Nicanor, in exceeding pride and loftiness and haughtiness, determined to set up a public monument of his victory over Judas and them that were with him.
Go ahead.
But Maccabees had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help. Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them.
Without fear, right?
Yeah.
The Lord said, I will help thee, right? Go ahead.
But to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven.
That was the comfort. I'm thinking of.
The help that in former times they had received from heaven.
Yeah.
We was having when like king of Assyria, I want to say it was Sennacherib. He was getting ready to invade Jerusalem, and they became fearful, and the Lord was like, don't be afraid. Matter of fact, look up.
Yeah, kind.
There'll be many more of them
Than
than they.
kind.
You know, and when he looked up, they saw the horses and the chariots of fire. You know what I'm saying? The heavenly forces, man. Go ahead.
It says,
Because we got angels that the average person can't see. And we know the angels, they do the bidding of the Father, man. And they know who the Lord's chosen on earth. So they're gonna make sure they do a good job of guiding them and protecting them. Okay? Go ahead.
it says, but to remember the help which in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which shall come unto them from the Almighty.
Woo! Expect the victory.
Yeah.
Expect it. You're finna get heavenly help. Don't worry about these motherfuckers, man.
That uncircumcised heathen?
They're nothing. They're gonna be as nothing to you. You see that? And this is comforting, man. Matter of fact, read that next verse.
Verse 9. And so comforting them out of the law and the prophets,
Yep.
and withal putting them in mind of the battles that they won before.
Yep.
He made them more cheerful.
Made them more cheerful. That's it. Made them more cheerful.
Hey,
Comfort. They were rejoicing.
you know what I mean? Livelied up their spirits.
They quicken their spirit.
Yeah,
Man.
quicken.
This word, it quicken it. You see?
I think
So,
I
hey,
looked up
man.
quick and it's refresh.
Yeah.
I think so.
It also means to make alive. Yeah, man. So we ain't got nothing to, be fearful of, man. And even if it's your lot that you might be one of the brothers that got to go, hey, take that with honor, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an honorable thing, man. It's a win-win situation, regardless. Because you still gonna get the victory. You still gonna be changed. You still gonna get the kingdom. You still gonna get your
Come down
throne.
first.
You're gonna be raised up first. It's man. I'd rather deal with that than to die at 2/3 and have to come back later on and miss out on everything
Come back with that shame.
and come back with
You gotta
shame.
get to hear the stories instead of witnessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta go ahead.
Jeremiah 29 and 11 it says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Woo!
Give you an expected, a hopeful end.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, man. What's that in Proverbs? Somebody get Proverbs 10 and 28. What do the righteous expect? 10 and 28.
Proverbs 10 and verse 28. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish.
That's it. And the wicked, these devils, their whole agenda and their whole plan, that shit is gonna perish. He gonna destroy that. That's what they're hoping for. Our hope is that our Lord's finna come back and redeem us.
Yeah.
And take this man down and set us up. That's what we're expecting. That's our hope. The patience and the faith of the saints is, hey, we gonna get these devils, man. We gonna get vengeance. We're gonna rule. We're gonna be delivered. We're gonna be made righteous. All right. So just keep that in mind. Anything else? So hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles who wove the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.